Yahoo! 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 Hello! Hello, how are you guys? Can I hear myself now again here? Okay, I could hear myself. Great. Hello, how are you guys doing? First. No, not me. No, me. I watch first. OMG. I think I should set up um um the rewards and that thing. Whatever that thing is. What do you call this thing? It's not scripts. Whatever that thing is. But yeah. Hello. Jesus Christ. Yahoo yahoo! How are you guys doing? Hi Paista. Hi Atlas. Hi another Atlas. It yes, confusing, but that's fine. How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing? Today actually, it was a really stressful day because like um I was given the leader uh for a filmmaking for my class and like I don't know what to do. Oh, basically, yeah. Oh, also like my pitch didn't get accepted by my own teacher, which is sad. But I'm gonna keep it on my back pocket so that actually have some sort of thing when I probably someone wants it for film and I could just sell it. My pitch and some sort of script that I'm going to make in the future. But yeah. Oh my God, why are you barking? Why are you barking? But yeah, that's basically just happened today. At least I'm glad that I finished my requirements, which is good, which is really good. But yeah, anyways, we're going to be playing. Let's go here. Let's turn on this. We're gonna be playing. Ha! And the game just crashed. Nice. Let me just open it again. Have you eaten? Yes, I have eaten. How about you guys? I have eaten food. My food was I don't know what it is in English, but it's like some sort of bangus, if you guys know that. I don't know what is bangus in English. Milkfish? It's milkfish, right? But yeah. Why is it crashing? Why is this game crashing on me? Go on. Dozo. Open. Open sesame. Open. Run. Yeah. Come on. You wanna run. I know you want. Oh, wrong. There you go. I think it showed up on OB. Nope, it didn't show up on. Why? It's too early for me to eat dinner because it's only 3 p.m. Oh. Oh. So you're somewhere around the Eastern time. Okay, gotcha. What if I do window capture instead? There you go. Just open that. There you go. I have unlocked all of those Hatsune Miku light sticks. I'm in Europe. Yep. Had a feeling because it was like 3 p.m., 2 p.m. Huh. It's like the same time zone that that the streamer that I watch on YouTube goes live. So I kind of know for some reason I know time zones because of that. Hatsune Miku light sticks. Okay then. Okay, so we are playing a R Life. GMT plus 7 around the Japanese and Japanese Korean time. I don't know why I know this, but anyways, let's just play. This is a new game of our life. Would you like gameplay explanation sections to appear? Yes! Welcome to our life, beginning and always. There are various ways you can customize and interact with the game. This tutorial is an overview of how certain features work. I'm going back to a random IDV woman I found. Bye. Okay. Good luck with that. Same. The only reasons why I know other times is because of other streamers and shows I want to watch. You know what? True. You can read the full tutorial in the main menu and learn about everything in detail. To start off, the game is divided into 4 time periods called steps. Step 1, childhood. Step 2, adolescence. Step 3, young adulthood. And step 4, adulthood. Our life is further divided into sets of vignettes. Vignettes? Vignettes. You are insane. Why? Take pleasure. Are you talking about Pastel or me? This can be played in any order or skip entirely. Time zone knowers, yeah, true. Back to the basement, the mod goes. Both? You know, okay, look, I have... Okay, I have no explanation with this, honestly. I know, like, Canada is like... If it's like 10 our time, right? If it's 10 or Northern America, if it's 10 our time, just skip 1 hour, so it's 9. Then turn PM to AM, so it's 9 AM there. I don't know why I know this, but anyways. Step 1 and 3 includes 5 memories each, and even more by unlocked by purchasing DLCs. Some are now... Step 4 is an epilogue and doesn't include moments. A lot happen over the years that goes by, especially in regards to the character you play as. You determine nearly everything about the main character: name, appearance, personality, pronouns, interest, skills, their relationship with major characters, and so on. You can decide to change the details as times go by, with few exceptions. Your last name, skin tone, and eye color can't be altered once set. Much of the MC's basic traits are determined on the character creation screen. As the MC grows up, more of the options become available on the screen. As mentioned, one of the decisions you'll get to make for your character is selecting a name. You can type any name you like or pick a preset name. Preset options are called voice names because the names will be voiced aloud by the romantic lead. You get to hear him say your name as you play through the story. Only the default name Jamie are included in the base game. Hundreds more can... Oh, I have that. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Let me just read through all of this then. Because there aren't a lot of interesting things in my time zone, this game is gonna be an emotional roller coaster. I could feel it too. I could feel it's gonna be a emotional roller coaster. Interest or comfort scene? Unless you get the DLC, you got... Okay. I'm trying to read through all of this. Current level of interest. Ooh, for example, you decide to be fond in step 1. This interest. Ooh. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to understand everything. Lighthearted and comforting ways. Oh, but step 3. Oh. Initiative level. Even if you like code, go for second feelings. You can't break. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'm trying to understand everything. Yellow, blue, or green? Blue, straightforward. Yellow, emotion. Green, uncommitted. Whoa! Hi, Ice! Okay. Always pick yellow. Never pick yellow. Huh? Hi, how you been? I'm doing fine. I hope you're doing fine over there. Okay, that's so... okay. Let's pick a voice name. first. Let's see if there's like Eliot or something. I'm pretty sure Naph doesn't exist here. Oh wait. No, there's no Eliot. No, Elegance. Who name? There's a child. You name your child Elegance? I don't like Elegance. Ember. Oh, I want a voice name. So we're going to try getting a voice name. Felix. It's sad that they don't have Eliot here. Aw. Let's stick with the letter E. Erin. Erin, why are you here? And nah. Is this Life Simulator? I would, no. It's like childhood friends to lovers. That's what I get. Emmy! Emmy! What's the next to Eliot? Let's go for Ellie because that's the closest thing to Eliot. Yeah, Ellie. Then Ellie. Eliot. Okay, I'm stupid. Please don't mind me. Please don't mind me. Honestly. Okay, so. What do I look like? Oh, let's go for tan. Not pointed. I think this is good. I want the eyelashes. My eye color is purple, right? Right? Yeah, my eye color is purple. Gotcha. There is none my hair color. My hair. Well, it's closest thing. Oh damn. This is the closest thing to my hair, or Ooh, damn. Oh. Two-toned. Ooh. That's a lot. Oh wait. Ish? Kinda ish. Oh, okay, we're back. This is the closest thing, right? Yeah, I think this is the closest thing. Hydrate this early? Oh my god. Oh Jesus Christ. Wait, I will hydrate, but let me just do this first. Real quick. Cause you're about to be thirsty? Oh, fuck you. Blue. Yeah. Birthmarks. I have one under my eyes. Don't have a scar. Don't have a scar. Well, technically I have a scar on my forehead. So there's that. Rosy cheeks, yes. They don't have the hairstyle I gave you. Homophobic. My hand is a medium size. Glasses. What's my glasses? I think this is the closest to my glasses. Well, oh wait, this is the closest to my glasses. Right? No? I don't know. Yeah. Half ovals, my beloved. Okay. So we're gonna go with that. Birthmark. Oh wait, pants and shirts. hats. Hats, necklaces, bracelets. Freckles, none. Scars anywhere, none. None. Let's go back here. Not that dark. Oh, I'm not that light. Guessing. Whoa, y'all wear glasses? My model does, but from time to time I use like anti-rad glasses or fashion glasses, but yeah. Yeah, let's go for tan. I guess we're done. That's my character, y'all. That's my character. Eliot. I can't even with my name. Okay. Summer in Sunset Bird was a special time of year. Your usual sleepy town began to bustle. It was a popular tourist destination, with people coming from all over to enjoy the beach, the weather, and the relaxation that comes with both. The smell of the ocean, crispy and salty, hung in the air. Bring 3 whole months of school-less vacation with it. Hey Shadow! Hey Shadow. Hey Atlas! So yeah. During the summer, your moms... Moms! Oh my god! Your moms! Oh! Anyways, your moms didn't like you to wander too far outside your neighborhood, so you know the area pretty well. That included the people. Families came and went from Sunset Birds, but they mostly stayed and did what your mom called putting down roots. They built businesses. They got to know each other, and they definitely said hello to nice young kids who waved and passed through their stores. Going for a walk around town mostly meant that the familiar, friendly residents waved or asked how your family was, or most often, just said hello. Naph has a mom. Technically, Atlas is my mother because they drew me, so there's that. So yes. You ended up saying hi to a lot of people since most of the tourists that came. You didn't really get why they all say hi. They saw you every day, but you're not... let's say hi to all of them, you know? You enjoyed learning about where they were visiting from, and hope to visit their places one day too. But today, there was a man sitting on a curb outside your window. He was sitting with his head in his hands, his whole body slumped over, and you wondered if he was even a real person, or a statue that had magically sprung from the ground overnight. Whoever and whatever you had never seen him before. One thing about knowing everyone in Sunset Bird was that people who you didn't recognize really stood out. It was rare for tourists to venture into the residential district, as your moms called it. So, for you, not knowing who a total stranger was set off a lot of red flags. Your moms had a talk with you and your big sister, Lizzie, about this kind of situation before. They mentioned that but other types of people can help you even if you don't know it. You don't have to worry about being polite then. You hadn't exactly been listening the whole time. You think it would be okay to talk to new people. I'm still with this. You gotta be cautious, but like sometimes it's so fine. It's fine to talk to people. Wow, you guys are learning more about me. You weren't sure about this man yet. You're still a bit scared that he was mocking, but you're pretty interested. You wanted to know more. Sure. You slowed down, your eyes remained fixed on the man. There was a split second with your eyes met, and you know he was aware he wasn't alone in the street anymore. Hey! You raised your eyebrows at the shout. Did he want something? Is that why he was here? The man stood up and started to make his way towards you. Not wanting to seem too approachable, you folded your arms and stared. Still unsure, your whole body was frozen in place as he approached. Sure. The man gives a grin off his own back. Do you live around here? What's your name? You look at the man up and down taking in his tan skin relaxed appearance. At least his clothes were relaxed. The way he was acting wasn't. He had sharks on his shorts and a stingray tattoo, and you wondered if he was obsessed with the ocean or something. While you made your assessment, he looked at you expectantly, waiting for an answer to his question. I live right there. My name is Ellie. Great, nice to meet you, Ellie. He gave you a broad smile, relief settling into his face. Wiser money. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a clean $20 bill. It crinkled in his hands as he held it up to you. Even more confused than before, you looked back at him. Wait, is there... No. Config. The voice is so soft. I guess we could lower the music a bit. The voice is so soft. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's actually really loud. There we go. Yeah. Can you do me a favor? Nothing bad. Sorry, I should have... Let me start over. He cleared his throat and stood up straighter. And where you were standing, it just made him look creepier. I have a son. His name is Cove, who's about your age. That seemed like a strange name for an actual living person to you. I mean, like, it is strange, but it does sound like a name, though. But definitely the kind of name somehow on, like, the cat. Chewart, hello. How are you doing today? Wah! Oh, MJ, I need to see your streams. We moved in across to the street. You see? And gestured towards the house that had been empty for a year, his watch catching the late afternoon sunlight and reflecting off the walls. The gigantic for sale sign was finally gone. You must be Eliot. Right? I'm just writing fics. Oh, why are you writing fics? I met your moms earlier. Ignoring schoolwork? Oh my god, why? And they told me you were 8, just like him, so... He shook the $20 bill and bring it back to your attention, a hopeful smile tilting his lips at the corner. Can you try being friends with the boy? Just give it a chance, and you can keep up with this. He's a good kid. You'll like him.
Do you mind?
Oh, his voice is really nice. But you gotta keep it a secret too, okay? It wouldn't be friendly to say his dad sent you. Did other kids... Okay, why hydrate? Thank you. Oh yeah, there was 2 hydrates already, like from Atlas and from you. So wait, let me just drink. You eyed the man. What could be so bad about this Cove kid that his dad would need to bribe strangers to his friends with him? True. What do you say? Want to make a deal? You didn't want the money. No. Why? I don't want to be paid for that. It's too weird. He deflated enough to notice, but not completely.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? It won't be so bad. Even if it's just for the summer, that'll be enough. That only made this sound more strange to you. Why does it lasting for the summer matter? When it was clear his initial strategy wasn't going to fly, he tucked the bill into the back pocket and changed the request. I get it. You don't have to. Would you be comfortable with him and I coming by for a normal visit? No money involved. Yeah, I want to meet him. His smile got bigger again. His eyes crinkled at the sides. I'll bring him by tomorrow. You wanted him to meet and greet with the neighbors today, but well, I don't know where he gotten off to. He laughed when he said that, but with the way his face looked, you thought he actually wanted to cry. If you see him, can you tell him to come home? He got a pink casting glasses. You can't miss it. I can try. You nodded, not totally certain that you'd find Cove, but willing to look. The man smiled and reached out to pat you on the head, paused before doing so, then pulled his hand away instead. Your moms are already checking around for me. Such a thoughtful group you are. Now I better go look too. Can't put everyone else to work while I'm sitting here. Oh, I thought he might come back and that's not what's important. I have to go. Thanks again, Ellie. So much. He jogged off the street without another word. You decided to check the hills behind your house. Oh wait, let me save. Step 1. First sight. Ah! Let me save. Okay. The chirping of crickets in the tall grass greets you, quiet and familiar. From the top of the hills, you could see the ocean. As you walk, you listen to the crash of the waves on the shore and the seagulls squawking as they settle down for the night. You love hear stories. I like this. Sometimes you could almost convince yourself you've had seen a flash of the shiny mermaid's tail in the distance. You took in a deep breath. You wanted to relax, but couldn't. You weren't sure what, but something told you you weren't alone, so you glanced around. There was a boy sitting at the top of one hill, almost completely hidden within the long grass and the white flowers surrounding him. His head was buried in his knees, staring ahead by himself. For whatever reason, probably just that he wasn't paying attention. He hadn't noticed you yet. You watched him a minute longer, feeling a little bit like you found a deer in the wild. Though deer didn't have sad frowns. Oh, they are colors. But this new boy did. You wondered what could have upset him. After a few more seconds, he took a step forward, then another. Then he glanced your way. His aquamarine eyes reflected the lights of the moon. You stopped, raising a hand to acknowledge him and show you aren't scary. Hey. Hey, Space Cadet. With a start, he jumped to his feet, his hands balling into fists at his sides. He didn't say anything. He just stared at you in a strange way. He'd been crying. There were traces of tears on his cheeks and his knees, licking the hems of his shorts, and his eyes were still shining with a few more. You obviously caught him off guard. His pink cast seemed to glow in the twilight, though when he caught you staring at it, he hid his arm behind his back. Something the man earlier had stuck out to you. Cove? Ah. Eyes widen, he studies you. What voice should I give? How did you know that? Lucky guess? Lucky guess? No way. Tell the truth. Okay. Your dad told me who you were.
Oh.
Oh. So, is this your heel? He gestured with his uninjured arm to the patch of grass surrounding you, his face falling at the prospect. I can leave it if it is. Shook your head. While doing so, you pick a strand of lint on your leg. What a weird question to ask someone. Oh. He sat back down with a thump, resting his chin on his knees again. Curious about the strange new boy with the odd dad, He sat on the patch of grass next to him. The pure white flowers that covered this hill rocked back and forth gently as the stars twinkled above. The way they dotted the sky made them seem like flowers too. The night wind was cool as it traveled over the ocean up the hill, chasing away the heat of the afternoon sun. You just look. What do you mean I look like him? What? I look like him? Wait, hold up. Really? Really? Why are you here? I really look like him? Oh my god. A quiet hiccup escapes Cove as soon as you ask the question. I can see it. Oh my god. I'm glad I'm not alone. Atlas, you were literally the one who drew me. What do you mean? Almost like they never stop. His tears started up again with a vengeance. My, my parents, they they didn't want to live with me anymore. Yeah, and as your mom, you can. Oh my god. Okay then. Just different hair color and glasses design. Okay then. Well, the tears fell fast and heavy over his flustered cheeks, sticking in his dark lashes. Artist eyes. Oh well then. My mom made my dad leave, and he took me with him, and now we have a house here, and I want to go home. The outburst took you off guard. By the time he was done wailing, Cove's chest was heaving with exhaustion. He sniffled and removed his glasses, wiping at his eyes with the back of his hand before he put them back on again. I hate this place. I want my real life back. I want my mom. Stop crying! Oh my god, me. What do I say to people that I want to comfort? You like it here. You just have to get used to it. They're all so bad. I was like, oh yeah, I would be the one that says like, I'm sorry. He slipped his hands underneath his glasses. Stop crying. Hindi naman harsh. True. Like, just stop crying. Don't be a crybaby. Anyways, he slipped his hands underneath his glasses and pressed his fingers against his eyelids. Cove wound himself up again for another long crying fit. You felt bad for him, being forced to come here with no choice. You couldn't imagine what it would feel like to live with only one of your moms. But it must be pretty hard. But from way off the distance, you hear your parents. Ellie?
Cove?
Cove? Kids, where did you go? Cove looked at you, tears still clinging onto his chest. Don't tell them we're here.
I want to go home.
I don't want to go back to that house. I want to go home. It will be okay. Don't worry. Aw, cute. He's so cute. Like, for a child, I'm sorry that you have to go to this, but it will be okay. I think. Probably? You have to go. No. It will be okay. You were struck by a sudden... You were struck by a sudden need to reassure Cove. It's not gonna be all fun, but isn't he your family too? Yeah, I guess. Then you can count on him when you really, really need him. You shoot him a grin and push yourself into your feet. Slowly, Cove stood up with you, still looking a little reluctant. His dad's voice rang out again. Cove, can you hear me? He looked towards the sound of his dad's voice, silent, then turned away while rubbing his not bandage arms.
Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't want to go. You called out yourself. You called out yourself. You waited silently for him. You tried to convince him. Convince. Are you sure? You had to stay outside the whole night and sleep in wet grass. Before Cove could say anything, you hear his dad voice again, even closer than before. There are you, bud. The trio of parents appeared over the curve of the hill. Instantly, all their eyes lands on you, and they rush over. That's our moms. Oh my god! Those are our moms. Aww. Both of your moms were at the side of the split seconds. I feel faces filled with worry. Ellie, you're here after all. Damn. We had been at the park to check for Cove, then heard what happened earlier when you met the new neighbor. I thought you might have gone off further away. We're okay. Don't worry. I'ma shapeshift into my dog form. Oh my god! Thank God you're both fine. Were you two having fun out here? You look at Cove, who was wriggling against his dad tight hug and pushing at his arms. He's good. I think I'm gonna marry him. Oh my god. Oh, to be a woman's dog. Yes, I like him. Mary? Hello? I think it's fine if you just... I like him. There. You nodded. Smiling sadly. Finally letting go of his squirming, scowling son, Cove's dad turned to the three of you.
That's a relief.
Thanks very much for finding him. I really don't know this neighborhood. Mary! No! Not yet! Although I was tempted. But not yet. Good thing Ellie knows this whole area so well. Oh wait, we call of our one of our moms, then one of our moms mommy. Fair. Absolutely. We should get home now. It's been a long day for all of us. Say goodbye, Cove. Bye. The two of them walked off into the darkness, heading towards the neighborhood. You catch Cove's bright pink cast until it disappeared. Tell you what. We'll have a proper playdate tomorrow, okay? Your new friend's dad wanted to bring him by to see you and Lizzie. Okay, so she's a mom and she's a mommy. You know, honestly, I could see why. How does that sound? Sure, can I show him his stuff?
Of course.
Aw. Then okay. Both of your moms laughed, the sounds overlapping in the warm, familiar chorus. Mommy put her arms around your shoulder and led you towards the path. Satisfied and more than a little ready to go to bed after the long, exciting day, you followed them home. Choose your feeling for Cove for this step. It can be changed in the later steps. My feelings for Cove. I'd call her mommy too. I'm fond of him. And more direct. Yeah. Begin step 1 at direct fondness. You won't be able to change it again until step 2. Yeah. Oh, that's our house? Bitch! Bitch. Oh, I love that. At the breakfast table the next morning, you finish your food faster than usual. Your sister Lizzie had... I can live there forever, true. Your sister Lizzie had run off earlier to go play, but you stayed put. Today, just like your moms had promised, Cove was coming over to hang out. Oh, they're much closer. Oh, she has a piercing. She has a piercing. Oh, she's so cute. Excited to see your new friend again, Ellie? Mm-hmm. I like him.
How sweet.
I'm so happy he moved in.
Okay.
With that said, are you done with your breakfast? Ha, I don't know. Am I? You gestured down at the empty dish in front of you, raising your eyebrows dramatically.
Okay.
Okay, we see. Good job. He'll soon be here soon. Cleanup began, and then on cue, there was a knock. It was hesitant, like the person wasn't sure they were at the right place. Still loud though. Her voice. Which voice? Oh my god! We need to get more obvious doorbells. I know, I know. Ellie, could you get it? Wiggling out of your chairs without really pushing it back, you made your way to the door. Hey, Youth family! Thanks for having us. Mr. Holden, as your moms have called him, and his son were here. Cove looks differently in the bright light at your living room when he wasn't crying. With his dad standing in front of him and mom and mommy behind you, you and Cove look at each other. Pleased to see your new friend again, you smile at Cove. He smiled back with some hesitation. You twisted the flower beaded bracelet on your. What's the difference? Crystal bead, threaded bracelet, flower bead, shell. Okay. Crystal! Mom, we're going to play in my room. Your guest blinked but didn't protest.
Okay. Take care.
Take care. Let us know if you need anything, you two. Have fun, kids!
See you.
See you later, son. Play nice. Oh, that's a very cute room. You led him to your room, puffing out your chest a little bit of a sigh of your treasures. There were a lot of stuffed animals, a cool bed, a window to look out to. It was a great room. You hadn't had anyone to show it to in a while, but you were really proud of it. You leaned in a little closer to one of your drawings on the wall. God, her voice is. Damn, Atlas, I didn't know you would be more thirstier than me. I think you needed to hydrate more than me. You know what? I think you need to hydrate more than me, honestly. Hold up. There. That's for you. That's for you. That's for you. He leaned in a little closer to one of your drawings on the wall. I like this. Thank you. Woman! Wow, as if you weren't like on Discord screaming about Yato. You can keep the man, I just want the woman. Thank you. You're welcome. You smiled at him. You were proud of the particular piece of art, and you were glad he noticed it. The streamer to giving the chat hydrate. Yep. True. Y'all need to hydrate. He turned to look around the room a little more, studying the books on your desk and the pictures on the walls. You hope he liked your room. You had put a lot of effort into making your room as nice as it was. Listen. Genshin is the exception? Okay. You had put a lot of. Okay. Then his eyes landed on a tiny box of beach things you collected, tucked away by your door. He took a step towards it, before hesitating and pointing at it instead. What's that? A hoarded of stuff I found on the beach.
Oh.
Do you have any driftwood in there? Dragging the box in the middle of the room, you and Ko flopped down next to it. I do. Look. He gestured at the piece at the bottom, still covered with specks of sand.
Neat.
Neat. This is your good collection? You got the sense from the tone of his voice that he wasn't trying just saying it to be nice or to be like Shiloh. He actually meant it. I forgot about Shiloh. Shiloh? He's friends with my older sister. He's supposed to hang out here this afternoon.
Mm.
Do I have to see him? You don't have to do anything, but he's going to be here. Anyways, I found this gigantic shell here stuck at an even bigger rock. You pulled a seashell. You pulled a seashell after explaining where you got in each one and holding them up against the light. There were big ones, small ones, pink, purple, and orange. Most of them you washed off in the bathroom sink when you brought them home, cleaning off the sand. Over the past few years, you even learned some of their scientific names. The collection was Dish. Apparently fascinated either by your stories or by the shells themselves, Cove listened with what looks like a full force of his attention. Like when you almost got pinched by a hermit crab while searching for shells, and after him scuttle back into the ocean, you found another empty shell that was almost a twin to his home. It was a new experience to be at the center of the dedicated focus. But Cove hadn't been mean to you, so you didn't mind. You smiled at him every now and then while showing your collection. I got to go. I need to sleep and wake up early. Enjoy the stream. Yeah, thank you so much for staying here, True. I also need to check out your stream sometime soon. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. So yeah. Kids, come down to the living room. You could tell the idea of making him happy, but mommy wasn't going to give you any chance to hang out. Cove hadn't been like this meeting you. You've guessed it was because he thinks you found each other by accident, not that the parents made it happen. Mr. Holden must be right that telling Cove his dad was part of that would be a bad idea. Before you knew it, you both been escorted down and deposited into the living room, ready for CeeLo's visit. The two of you sat side by side on the floor on the home entryway.
Um,
I brought the box of shells. I want to keep looking at them. Okay, but... Okay, but be careful. I will. You weren't sure if you could trust someone else with your treasures yet, so you stayed next to him and opened the lid and peered inside. Cove reached in and pulled out a big orange shell. Oh! Like he hadn't spoken aloud yet, he turned to you and held it up, his eyes shining. I think this one is the best of them. You can take it. Cove looks at you in surprise, his eyes going wide. Really? Sure, you like it a lot, right? Uh-huh, but I didn't want to take it from you. It's okay. You got the impression he was hesitant to accept something because he didn't know you very well. You insisted! Insist! No, it's okay for you. You pushed the shell against Cove's chest, willing him to receive the present, but Cove firmly shook his head and kept his arm tightly to his side. It was a battle you couldn't win, at least not today. Cove was your neighbor now. Maybe you could give it to him another time? The two of you were sitting on the floor looking through your collection at the beach findings when the doorbell finally rang. Cove jumped, startled by the sound. Since the person hadn't knocked, you figured it was probably CeeLo. He knew where to look for that. Lizzie's friend. You nodded at that, but that didn't seem to make Cove feel better. It was really obvious that Cove didn't hide his feelings well. You could tell what he was thinking right away. This isn't a good idea. It's just CeeLo. And where you even going? And where would you even go? He's at our only door, and if you go upstairs, he'll find you. Cove glanced around the room, his eyes wide, and finally paused with his gaze locked on to the back of the house. I can go out of the window! No! He was already walking towards it, Scrambling to think to something to say, you step forward, then pause. Good idea, let's go! Cheer up, she knows gonna like you. Do you want to break your other arm? Same. She was the least scary person. Every single bunny rabbit is scarier than Zillow. But I don't want to see him. I don't know him. I'm so tempted to tease him. I'm so tempted to tease. You know what? What a chicken. You gotta see new people every day walking down the street. So what? I guess. Silo poked his head into the living room. It was impossible to know for sure if he heard what you've been saying or not, but you guessed that he had. Oh, oh, cute! And hi. Oh, Cove? Cove shot you an uneasy glance. Hi. I'm Shiloh. Nice to meet you. Yeah. You have a lot of freckles. Right. I do. What are you guys doing? We're looking at shells.
Can I do it too?
He just said it. Cove shrugs and looked back at the box of your beach findings. What about that one? The plan for the afternoon, at least as far as you were concerned, was to sit and look at the beach things some more. You weren't really in the mood to do anything else, especially if Cove was having fun. This is a scallop shell I found last week. I kept it because it looked neat. It's a pretty color, kinda like my cast. The beautiful glimmering pink did look like bit of the wrap around his arm. Pink is a nice color. Okay. He really doesn't like him! Oh my god!
Oh?
Is it your favorite? Not really. What is? Maybe green or blue. Might be yellow. Oh! Those are really cool!
I guess.
I guess. Stop being a Sun. Not sure how to deal with the sudden more awkward silence, you look back at your shells. I mean, I like green, so we're going to go for I like those colors. Awesome. Both of them smiled. Like usual, it didn't take long for Silo to get fidgety. Lizzie was his favorite. Without her around, Silo didn't seem to know what to do with himself. And Cove wasn't like your sister. He wasn't that much like you either. Is Lizzie back? Don't know. Ah. Where'd she go? I think she's at the beach, probably. Is she playing at her park? Cove's eyes lit up at the mention of the park, and he looks towards you. There's a park? Yep, but it's old. Can you show me? I want to go. He started getting up before you had even answered, and Shiloh jumped up beside him in excitement. Really? You can do that, right, Ellie? The park is fun. The park is pretty great. Yeah, it's right at the beach. So there's a lot of fun stuff to do. And a lot of sand. It has a jungle gym and bunch of swings. That sounds like it could be cool. So, are we going to find Lizzie? I don't know. I never really wanted to see her. I just wanted to check the park out. Posture check. Thank you for the posture check. Adrift without any direction, Shiloh finally turned to you. Okay. He perked up. Both boys wanted to go. It was only fair. After getting permissions from your mom, the three of you were ready to head out. It was a short walk to the park. Lizzie had convinced your moms that it was so short. She should always be allowed to walk there by herself. When you found her, she was hanging on the jungle gym, swinging back and forth. Hey, Lizzie! Her face lit up when she saw you, her big brown eyes going wide. Lizzie! Shoo! Hi! She dropped on the ground and landed with a soft thud in the sand. In a split second, Shiloh had abandoned you two and scrambled on the stand by her. You were used to being left out when it was just the three of you, but now Cove was here. I wondered if he would leave too. Oh, that's my sister? Who's that? It's Cove. He's new.
Hi.
I remember. Hi, Cove. Welcome to my park. Nobody ever comes to play here, so this is where we get together. She gestured widely with her arms, as if to present the area to a newcomer. While Lizzie continued talking, you took the chance to kick off your shoes and wiggle your toes into the warm sand. Nice, huh? In this neighborhood, I'm the only one who comes up with the ideas. You are?
Uh-huh.
I am? Yeah, I am. Who else could handle the job? Lizzie is the oldest. Oh my god, you have a crush on her? By lots. My mom says you're Ellie's age?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thought so. I'm still the only one in this group with double digits. Oh. What about other kids? Other kids? There aren't any. We're the only kids here, and Shiloh is just visiting from another place. Not even tourists really bring their kids here. This is the land of ancients. Be careful that the oldies don't try to steal your youth.
Oh.
Oh. For a second, it looks like he might cry again. But something in his eyes shifted and he looked back at Lizzie. What kind of old people? Like moms and dads? Or grandparents? Grandparents who don't have kids. They hate kids. Why? We haven't done anything. Only some of them don't like kids. Yeah, they're really bad. Stop saying nice stuff. You're gonna upset them. You interject quickly, hoping Cove wouldn't start crying again. He sniffled, his forehead creasing in worry. Lizzie was staring Cove down, but Cove wasn't even looking at her anymore. He didn't seem to care that she was there. He went on his own head. Shiloh was the next one to speak, completely unaware of the situation. Mood. I met Lizzie and Ellie in school. You see tons of kids there once summer is over. I don't want to go to the new school. I don't want summer to end. Shiloh looks down at the dirt. He hasn't had much luck striking up conversation with Cove. I like summer vacation a lot too. Too? All the building tension in the air suddenly vanished when Lizzie laughed. At Shiloh's discomfort, at how weird she thought Cove was, at something entirely else. You don't really know. But she laughed, face crunching up.
Okay.
Welcome to Sunset Bird Cove. Take a seat. Put up your feet and get used to it. Oh. You offered him a small smile and that, at least, looked to reassure him some. For the rest of the summer, Cove was always there. You saw him more often than Shiloh, and some days, when she was in a bad mood or busy, you would saw him more than Lizzie. He became a staple of your everyday life, the way sun and lunch at the beach were. Oh, during your first summer together, you really liked Cove. He was a fun person to play with, and he seemed to like playing with you too. Of course, that was only the start of things. There's DLCs! No! There's DLCs! Oh my god. Grown up? Fireflies? Oh, let's go shopping. Come back before it gets dark, alright, sport? The familiar voice drifted across the street and drew your attention away from the snail. You've been watching inches slowly across the pavement. Cove waited in front of his dad, pushing his green hair back over his face from where the breeze was blowing it over his glasses. He looked to be paying only a mild amount of attention as he were being handed a few slips of green paper. It reminded you of when you first meet Mr. Holden, although he probably not paying Cove to be his Hi Pip, how are you doing? Okay. Cove's dad seemed to feel. Cove's dad seemed to feel your gaze somehow, or maybe you made a noise because seconds later his eyes were on you. You wave you over with a smile. He looked happy to see you, but you still feel a little weird for getting caught. You gotta learn how to be more sneaky. You brush your hands together to free them of sand, then jog over to join the two, coving at Cove first, smiling at Cove first, then his dad.
Ellie!
How cute.
How's it going?
Good to see you again. What excitement are you up to today? Stuff! I found a really cool snail across the road. He was slimy, with funny eyes, and a nice shell. Mr. Holden grinned at your enthusiasm. After you finished answering the question, Mr. Holden's attention returned to Cove, who was preoccupied with folding the bills he had in a tiny rectangle. Sounds fun. You know, Cove was about to hit the stores by the beach. Why don't you go with him? You gave a ready nod, turning to squint in the direction of the stores like you could see the goods they had to offer all the way from where you stood. Oh, is that okay?
Yeah.
I don't mind. Great. I'm sure you guys will have loads of fun. Mr. Holden reached into his pockets and pulled out a leather wallet filled with money. You found it out too, since your moms only ever seemed to have cards in theirs. Oh! We have cards! Wait. I just need to scratch. Here. You leaned in to pass a crisp 10 to Cove, giving him a wink and a whisper. Get something for your friend too. Sure.
Good kid.
That's my boy. Cove's dad ruffled his son's hair as he was straightening back up, the bill in his hand still held out towards the green-haired boy. Take care. Cove accepted the bill after a second and slipped into his pockets. Then with one last nod to his dad, he turned and started walking. You followed after him, intrigued at the possibilities this outing might bring. Cove stayed towards the gentle tide creeping up at the sand and you fell into place beside him. It was a nice day. The sun was shining, and there weren't many clouds in the sky, though the wind coming off the ocean kept it from being too hot. How are you doing today, kid? My god, Pep! I'm doing fine, I'm doing fine. How are you doing? I'm just like playing some games after like a very, very stressful day. You know, it's nice doing this. You took a deep breath, enjoying the scent of salt and ocean water. Air. You look at Cove. He was dragging his feet through the sand a little, and you slowed down to wait for him. His eyes searched the ground intently. Are you looking for shells? Cove started a little at the sound of your voice and mumbled a sort of. If you say anything, you can let me know. You can manage that. You drop your view to the sand, walking carefully so you didn't step on any. You were good at finding shells. You had a lot of them at home and always found new ones whenever you visit the beach. The comforting sounds of the waves filled the silence with pleasant white noise, and you played a little game with yourself as you walked along, getting as close to the water as possible without getting wet. It resulted in you having to run up to the sand quickly with the wave rushed more than a few times. And although Cove threw a few glances your way, he didn't say a word. What do you do usually on the beach? Lots of things. I like bodyboarding and volleyball and surfing and everything and stuff. The idea of standing on the big board while the waves propelled you towards shore was mystifying. I'm not allowed to surf. It looks hard. Not once you get the hang of it. I could show you sometime. But I'm not also supposed to surf right now because I have this. He lifted up one arm, showing his glaring pink cast wrapped around his wrist. Yeah, that's sad for him. Cove still smiled though. You thought his nonchalant attitude towards the injury was pretty brave. I also like collecting stuff that's on the shore. Shells, sand dollars. I found a shark tooth once. You did? Cove stretched out his forefinger and thumbed. It was this long. That's good to hear you're doing well. Hope tomorrow's better. I'm doing fine. Can't sleep. Saw a cutie streaming. Now him to watch it. Oh my god, Pip! Uh, thank you. I'm pretty sure you're also cute. Let's go. No way! I mean it. I still have it under my bed. You have to remember to ask him to show you to you sometime.
So,
What about you? What do you do out here? Um. Mm, swimming. Cove lips curled up in a small smile. Me too. It occurred to you that you hadn't been swimming in a while. There was just so much to do before school started up again, and so little time. Once you reached the shopping area, the noise level grew exponentially. No longer just waves and footsteps, but the chatter of people enjoying the lovely summer day. The call of birds trying to find bits of food left behind, and lots of salespeople trying to get attention. You sniffed the air as you walked beside Cove. You could just smell the oceans, but there were other scents now too. Pizzas, pretzels, hot donuts. I'm not cute, I'm ugly. No, no, we do not stand self-depreciation in this household. You are most likely cute, okay? Wait. What emote is that? That's an Uno reverse. How dare? No. Shit, I don't have an Uno reverse. Um 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 how can I reverse? Yes. Reverse. I am now reversed there. Oh, that feels so weird. Oh, that looks so weird. Oh, that actually looks so weird. There. What the? Blame Pip. Here, they Uno reverse me. So, I reverse myself. How does it look like looking at your son being reversed? Don't do this to my boy. Wait, okay. It's nice. Why? My art looks so weird. It looks... Okay, let's reverse myself, I guess. If you didn't like that. There. Christ. Did I take you by off? Did I take you by off guard? The energy surrounding the area seems to fill you, and there was a bounce in your step as you began looking at all the familiar sights. There's so many things to do, you don't know where to begin. You look at Cove, hoping he was just excited as you were. Cove was glancing from one side to the street to another with a look in his aquamarine eyes that you couldn't quite work out. What's that? Cove pointed at a large crowd of people gathered near a few tables with large, colorful umbrellas booming from their middles. You couldn't see past the adults who were blocking the way, but you knew there was something worth seeing. Without another word, the two of you hurried over to see what the commotion was about. Feast your eyes on the amazing Alexander! In the center of the crowd was a man with a tall hat and a funny green coat. that had 3 long tails. There was a little table next to him with a cloth hanging over that reads, "The Amazing Alexander" in glittery golden script. Why tell people his name if he already is on the sign? Coved home with understanding, then turned to walk away just the amazing Alexander began shuffling a deck of cards. "I want to see a show." Cove glanced at his man. Then he briefly lifted his arms up to see up off his sides before returning them to place.
Okay.
Okay. He may not be impressed, but at least he didn't ditch you. You grinned, waving from him to follow you as you raced back to the stand in the crowd. With that, it began. The magic man. Oh, there's an auto. Card pull out the deck, showing a curious onlookers. It was a 4 of diamonds. Watch closely. You did, squeezing through a few of the adult onlookers to get a better view. Suddenly, the man snapped his fingers and the card just disappeared. Whoa! The amazing Alexander, who had earned his title, turned his head and looked directly at you. He reached out with a kind smile. "What's that behind your ear?" "Nothing?" It was true. You didn't keep anything there. He smelled like popcorn and candy when he stepped closer, and you wrinkled your nose in confusion as you watched him. You felt a tug, then before the 4 of diamonds, and pulled the 4 of diamonds out from behind your ear. What? You knew that it couldn't really have come from your ear, but you still didn't get how he done it. There was a light applause from the crowds, and the man gave a deep bow. "This is for you." The magician plucked a pair of balloons from the clump of them tied down to his table. Both were in the shape of a dolphin instead of being a normal circle. "And one for your amazing friend. One of your friends too. Thank you for being my assistant." Wow. Now you were really grateful he chose you. After that, he went to someone else in the crowd. "Pick a card! Any card!" My uncle does that every time he visits. Not the balloons, stuff with cards. Cove stated plainly while reaching over to take the dolphin that has been designated for him. You wonder if Cove Ho's family was magic? At least you had a fun time. You saw a magic trick and you got a great balloon. There was more than enough to make it a worthwhile event. You thought that if you could find a card to practice with, maybe you could make it disappear too. The crowd started to clear some as you noticed to the side there was a whole rack of brightly colored kaleidoscopes on display. Magic 8 Ball! Oh, Cove, check this out! You shifted your balloon strings to the other hand so you can hold it up in front of you. You thought of a question in mind, shaking the ball and hearing some sort of liquid slosh around inside it. Slosh, ooh. Once you have given it a good shake, you held it upright, for the answer to appear. Concentrate and ask again! Okay. You wrinkled your nose and set the magic 8 ball back on the rack. It wasn't the answer you were hoping for. You followed Cove around the other side of the stall. He went under the what word is that? Awning. Carefully off his own floating dolphin, and you joined him. Are you having fun? He nodded and he smiled back at you, happy to hear it. Aww! When Cove moved towards some stalls nearby, you followed beside him. Ah, cute! Oh, that's so cute! Oh, I want that dolphin! While Cove looks at the sand pails, you are drawn at the table of colorful keychains laid out on it. They were sewn in the shape of sea creatures, and there were a plaque that read "Handmade," standing proudly in front. There were lots of different types. You saw a dolphin, a shark, a crab, a turtle. You picked up the dolphin! You hand stop at the dolphin, so similar to your balloon animal. It was made of bright material that caught the sunlight when you picked up on it. You remembered once seeing a pod of dolphins swimming out in the distance at the beach, jumping out to the water and splashing as they dive back in again. That was a great day. You were instantly enamored. Checking the price though, your heart fell. $6. You didn't know you didn't know much about money, but you thought that was a lot to spend on one thing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Roughly around 300 pesos. Actually, yeah, that's a lot. No, but it's handmade. Eh. You rarely had more than $5 bill to your name. Is that what you want? Huh? Oh, it's $6. I didn't bring any money.
Alright.
It's fine. You don't have to. Cove didn't mind that. He took the keychain from your hands and that was that. He was holding a small yellow bucket for him too. I was always going to get you something. I already got the money for it. You beamed, excited at the idea of displaying the keychain somewhere in your room. It was nice of Cove's dad to let Cove buy something for you. You had to remember to thank him next time you saw him. After Cove paid, the two of you stepped out of the store side by side. Your balloon dolphins knocked together and spiraling around the air. Wait, I just realized these are like roughly 8-year-old kids in going. The fact that an 8-year-old kid is more independent than me. Oh god. Oh wait, what did that say? Okay. You after Cove paid, the two of you stepped out of the store side. It was like, okay. You watch Cove hold up his new pail, examine it thoroughly. Let me save, cause I'm scared. Eliot. Hey Cove. Yeah? Why is your dad always giving people money? Ah! Thanks for the keychain. Don't worry about it. Cove looks further down the streets, where different food carts were lined up. His rested he rested his non-cast arm over his stomach, and just as he did, yours let out a light growl. You hadn't eaten since breakfast, and after all this was wandering around, you were definitely ready to eat some lunch. Let's get some food. Yeah. You two wandered around for a short while, looking at the delicacies that were available. Everything looked delicious, and as the different smells, both sweet and salty, wafted over to you, your stomach growled even louder. After passing up hot dogs, snow cones, ice creams, and pizzas, you both agreed on pretzels. Cove got something sweet and cinnamony, and you got the one with cheese. Got the one with. Ooh. I want the cheese, but at the same time, I want chocolate. Let's go for cheese. You licked your lips hungry with the vendor handed over pretzels ready to take a big bite. It was covered in gooey milk. Oh, I'm hungry. It seemed odd to get deserted pretzels before eating normal food. You found an empty table close at the beach that the grit of the sand made terrible noises when you dragged the chairs out to sit down. These balloons are going to be hard to eat. Cove placed his bucket on the table as he stared at his still balled up hands that was wrapped around the string. You opened your mouth to agree before an idea hit you. I know! After carefully placing your pretzel somewhere it wouldn't get sandy, you tugged the balloon dolphin out of Cove's hand and tied it to a delicate bow around his wrist. Oh. Cove bounced his arms up and down in place, testing the stability of your knot. After watching the balloon jostle around but remain attached, he smiled satisfied. There, now do mine. He repeated the ritual, Cove struggling somewhat with the cast, restricting his fingers on one hand and a string already tangled around the other.
Okay.
Got it! The two of you spent a moment admiring your handiwork. Both hands now free allow easy munching on the pretzels. You bit into the doughy treat, savoring the taste on your tongue with a smile as you look over. I suddenly want pretzels. How do we make pretzels? Should I make a pretzel stream? I'm hungry. After a time you finish your pretzels, you were done before Cove. It was boring not having anything to do. You pulled on the string of your balloon to bring it down to your level. Then you held the dolphin in your arms, manipulating it to make it look like it was jumping through the air. If you turned the face towards the beach, it almost looked like it was swimming in the waves like a real dolphin. A laugh came from your side. When you glanced back at Cove, he had left the remaining parts of his pretzels on a wrapper and was gripping his dolphin too. My mine's names is Meriwether, Cherry, Sam, Splash. I want this. He wears a crown made of seaweed and all his friends are merfolk. Every now and then he'll make friends with a kid and let them ride on his back. You sigh, wishing that you could really meet a dolphin like Meriwether. What's yours? Cove considered this question, placing the balloon against the table and resting his free arm across in contemplation. It's... With a loud pop, the dolphin exploded in ribbons. No! No! Uh, oh no. For a second, Cove did was gape in shock, like you. Then his cheeks puffed up, squinting his eyes, and you saw tears start to glisten. And no, it's fine! It's fine! It's fine! Um, um, um. Although I want to make a joke, at the same time, I want to reassure him it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We could always, we could, um, um, um. You didn't say anything. He would be all right. How much of a heartless bitch are you? I'm so sorry. You offered to find Alexander. Oh. Uh, I'm saving. Its name? Oh. No, I'm not doing. Sorry, I'm not doing that. I'm like this, by the way, when I play like visual novels. Um, you offer to give. You look at Cove, then up to your balloon, bubbling gently. Or you can have mine. That was better than letting him cry more. Cove sniffed, glancing out the balloon and back to you. No, it's yours. I don't want to take it from you. No, don't cry! It's okay, really. Cove shook his head. Even though it wasn't your fault, you felt bad. Still, the offer seemed to lift Cove's spirit, and that was good. The passing of Cove's balloon was the last major event of your adventure. The two of you headed back late the balloon. You separated at the beach when while sit back for a while. You watched the waves and the sunset filling with your new keychain. Another summer day was drawing to a close. It had been a good one, except for the sad final. True, and it was so sad. That was so sad. Oh, okay. I think I could do. I want to do the three of these off stream. So probably, yeah, I want to do this off stream. Runaway Ghost. Oh, I want to buy the DLC for this. Fireflies.
All right.
Tonight's where we're gonna catch fireflies. At this blunt declaration from your sister, you looked up from your macaroni and cheese dinner. Fireflies were a familiar sight over summer, coming out on a warm nights to dance through the sky. Tonight was particularly balmy. You knew there would be bound to be tons of them around. Oh, are you? You started eating faster! Same, yes. A grin curved your lips as you started to eat a bit faster, excited for what was to come. You seemed like you were too excited, however, as you start to choke and cough at your food. Mommy reached over to pat you on the back, firmly helping to dislodge the noodles, enabling you to breathe again. You took a big gulp of water from your glass, giving your mom a sheepishly look. Oops. That's a good idea, Lizzie. Can we, Mrs. Yost? Shiloh tapes his fork against the table excitedly. Oh, tapped, his face lighting up as he looked at Lizzie. It was unusual for Shiloh to still be here. Like always, his mom had to bring him over really early in the morning before his job started. But normally she would have picked up by now. She called before dinner to let your moms know she'd be late. You didn't hear why. Probably more work things. You thought maybe getting to hang around with Shiloh for longer is what made Lizzie want to keep running around outside. Staying at home and watching TV was never an option for her with guests over. That's why you were pretty sure she'd get your moms to agree. Well, it's already getting so dark out there. Lizzie gave mom the best dog eyes she could, slowly spooning mac and cheese into her mouth while you waited there for the response. Oh my god!
There.
Did you enjoy that, Atlas? Let them go. Nights like this don't happen every day. Your parents exchanged a look, then mom eventually sighed and nodded back. Yes! Along with Lizzie's cheers, you threw your arms up in triumph, but waited until you finished chewing to say anything because you knew it was rude to talk with your mouth full.
Fine.
Fine, fine. Just make sure to stay on the hill behind our house with all the poppies, okay? Duh, Mom. That's where most of them are. The idea had only been planted in your head, but already you could just picture all of them glowing, light spread out in front of you, like the fairies from the bedtime stories Mommy reads sometimes. All too quickly it became a race to see who would finish their food first. No choking at the dinner table now. That's right. If someone died, we had to cancel the fire trip. Okay. Mom said it like a joke, but we knew they were both telling your kids to slow down. Shayla did it immediately. When you glanced at Lizzie, you saw her still eating faster than she could. Oh, that's her full name, Elizabeth.
Jeez.
No one's gonna die. Sheesh. A knock at the door interrupted Mom before she could no doubt scold your sister. I get it! Your big sister jumped out of her seat and ran over to the door, pulling it open without even looking out the window to see who it was.
Huh?
Huh? You shifted in your seat to try and get a glimpse of the unexpected guest.
Hi.
Good evening, Cove. Your mommy had already walked to the door by the time you managed to see Chilo's flappy hat. Cove, what are you doing here? In an instant, you hopped out of your seat and ran over, a wide grin on your face. Cove returned it with a small one of his own. Bouncing up and down on the balls on his feet excitedly, you tugged on Mommy's sleeves, hoping she'd ask him to stay. It doesn't matter why he was here, it meant he could join you all in catching fireflies. Then, for a few seconds, Cove said nothing. He only stood there and looked up at your mommy with a face almost like he was considered turning around and leaving. My dad told me to drop this off cause I guess he borrowed it from you? Cove took a familiar screwdriver from out of his large side pockets, eyes now dropped to the floor. We left ours back home when we moved. Great, thanks, bye! Oh, wow!
Thank you.
Thank you. Ooh. Ooh, that thank you was so good. Thank you. Here, why don't you come in for a bit? Lizzie crossed his arms and lifted her chin. Cove shrugged, and Mom stood on the table. I'll give your dad a call to let him know you're here, alright. Sobbing and on my knees. Who's her voice actor? I'll try to search. Cove shuffled fully inside, eyes remaining on the ground. Mommy closed the door behind him.
Hi.
Hi, Cove. Shiloh gave Cove a friendly smile while waving by, holding up his hands and opening and closing his fingers. Cove nodded in response. You could come outside with us if you want to. Yeah, if you want to. From the corner of your eyes, you see Lizzie glaring at you for mentioning the incursion of the outsider. How dare you! Trying not to meet her gaze, you look at Cove. Whatever Lizzie thought of him, he wasn't exactly a stranger anymore. We're going to catch fireflies on the hill out back. He said that with a smile, hoping Cove would want to come.
Yeah.
I can do that. I never caught one before. It's too bad he didn't have a chance before now. The fireflies weren't out when he first moved, and there must not have been anywhere he used to live. We can't go until after dinner. After she pointed this out, Lizzie walked back at the table and took her seat. There wasn't much left on her plate. Since this was true, you decided to finish up on your own as well. Cove stepped closer and eyed what was on the menu for your family's meal. Have you eaten yet? Yeah, my dad and I ate earlier. What did you have? Eggs. The clip one word answer. My saliva just went to the freaking monitor. Oh my god. Sorry. The clipped one word answer seemed to discourage Silo from asking any more questions. His eyes slowly wandered back to the last scraps on his food on his plate. Her phone call with Cove's dad must have ended because my mom came back into the room.
Okay.
Cove, your dad said you can stay for a little longer if you like, but he's going to come get you before it gets much later. Sure.
Fun.
Oh, fun! This will be so nice. As you polish off your meal, you hope it would be too. The three of you all finished eating shortly after, and Lizzie led the way outside. Remember, don't stray too far. It's fine, Mom. Shiloh trailed so closely after Lizzie, he's nearly stepping on her heels. Cove hesitated at the door. Come on, let's go. After a moment, he did.
Bye.
Bye, children. The two of you were a good 10 or 15 feet behind Lizzie and Shiloh by the time you walked outside. You pushed the door shut behind you, watching their figures get farther and farther away. Hurry up! You're so slow, Ellie. We don't have all night. You started to run when you heard Lizzie's voice calling you, but paused when you saw Cove still walking at a relaxed pace. I walk with him. He fell behind, sliding up next to him and matching his stride. You noticed right away.
It's okay.
You can go ahead if you want. Nah. After a short while, the two of you reached the hill behind the house. The fireflies were in full force, floating on the breeze, their gentle glow winking in and out and creating an almost magical effect. Lizzie had already climbed to the top. Shiloh was spinning in circles somewhere in the middle. Shiloh took a moment to come over and welcome the both of you to the hill. Hi guys! It's really great out here, huh? See how many there are? What's happening? Yeah. The firefly danced through the air, landing on Cove's sea green head. You shoot the bug away. You and Shiloh couldn't help but giggle. Covering your mouth with a hand, the sound escaped you, and Cove looked at you in confusion. What?
Oh,
Oh look, Lizzie has one. That's amazing! Chilo ran at the highest point of the hill, making sure not to lose his hat or backpack along the way. You hummed as the group divided and conquered, shifting your gaze at the dozens of other flyby sailing around. The game was on. Wait, is Lizzie a love interest? That's cool. Lizzie's my sister! You want to date my sister? That's... Oh, I was not paying attention. That was obvious. I was only listening and when you started screaming. Ah, I see. You had bandage on your thumb and you tried to be cautious. You had a bandage on your palm and you tried to be cautious of that. You had two bandage. Trying to draw. Okay, okay then. Just draw. Just go on. Jesus Christ. Oh, for a second I thought you were listening and you were like, you want me to date my sister? God damn. Doing finally redesigns for model stuff. Oh, I see, I see. Good luck with that. Because I am a clumsy person. Two bandages. Spotting one close by, you approaches it like an assassin-like stealth, crouching down to make sure it seems like less of a threat. Slowly dragging one foot. I do not condone incest. Atlas! No, Alabama! Slowly... God damn! Slowly dragging one foot in front of the other, you crept towards it, arms outstretched. You close your hands around the little glowing orb, careful not to crush it. The fireflies landed on your palm, almost docile. And you stared at the prize in delight. Its tiny legs tickle your skin, and you giggle at the sensation. Cove kept up and with his own target, but when he tried to grab it, his pink cast waved awkwardly through the air, foiling his efforts to clap his hands around the firefly. Cute. Cove waved it, watched it vanish into thin air with a dissatisfied expression on his face. Courage! Gambate! There are plenty more fireflies. You can try again. Did you catch one? You nodded and Cove gave up his hunt for the moment, coming closer and peering at the insect still crawling against your palm. You held out your hand, and he leaned closer, eyes widening a tad behind his glasses. Cove remained hypnotized by the little bug as he inched his hands closer to yours. Ultimately, he settled his fingers slightly on top of the ones you were holding open. It tingled. It tingled? It tingled? It tingled? Oh my god! Saving that. He stayed very still. The last thing you wanted was to accidentally scare the shiny treasure off. Oh. Ah, two bandages! The fireflies noticing a new connection crawled onto Cove's hands. He quietly gasped. It worked! Yeah, you got one! If there's love interest choices, I hope you pick Cove. Cove is the only love interest. The thing is with this is that you actually build up Cove's personality. So you can actually change his... If I remember correctly, you can change his attire and whatnot. Otherwise, I will cry. He's so cute. Oh, okay then. Are you sure it's not because you like the childhood friends to lovers trope? Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So cute. Yeah, he is. I forgot what he looks like in his other faces. But yeah, there are other faces here. I know you very well, Atlas. Don't meet. Cove lips turned up into a slow smile and his eyes shining brighter than the bug. Thanks, Ellie. With a laugh, he gave the palm of your hand a friendly smack, performing an awkward low high five. Low five. Started by extreme movement, the tiny light disappeared before you can even blink. Yeah, that's my favorite trope.
Sorry.
Oops, sorry. It's fine. You teared up! Forgive him. That's okay. I couldn't keep it forever.
You're right.
Right? Bugs are to stay outside. Let's get another one. Honestly, I want to sit in the grass and watch. I think I'll look at everything instead. That's fun too. Okay. He poked at the tip of his shoes in the soft dirt. I'll try to get something for you, then we can be even. Cute! With that, he made a run for it. He quietly took a seat among the flowers. The others were jumping and dashing about it. You saw how many times they succeeded and failed, how Shiloh almost tripped a couple times. It was a dramatic show, though around you it was calm. The lights of the stars and the fireflies surrounded you peacefully. It was a beautiful night. You laughed quietly to yourself as you watched the others, and Shiloh finally managed to catch a firefly between his small hands. His eyes lit up, and when he spread his fingers to take a peek at it, the bug escaped and flew off into the air. Aw. Oh! You watch as he pounced after it once more, but your eyes soon landed on Cove, who had failed to catch a firefly yet. It scared him. Cheered him on! Woo! You can do it, Cove! Cove smiled and gave you a thumbs up, watching intently to see what happened. Oh, that is a cute image! That is a cute image! Aww! While Cove returned to hunting fireflies, he settled for laying back against the soft grass, watching the poppies stay swaying around and the fireflies hovering against the vast sky. He's blushing! Ellie? You lifted your eyes to see Cove return to your side, his fist carefully closed. He stretched it out to the front of your face. You noticed a small glow coming from in between his fingers. I got one for you, Kiowa! Wow, what now? The hand disappeared up and over you. This. You could tell from how he moved and his face there were probably a firefly on top of his head now. You laughed, and it probably flew off, you thought. That made you laugh more. Thanks, Cove.
Come on!
We're gonna have a race. The shouting caught you off guard. It had been quite a while since you heard from Lizzie or Shiloh. You glance over to see them both standing on top of the hill again, Lizzie beckoning to you to gesture hand gestures. Wow. If she was like that, you knew there wasn't much room for disagreement. Up the incline you went. From the corner of your eye, you saw Cove was coming as well. He didn't care for Lizzie a lot, so you thought he might be intrigued just by the idea of the race. Hi! Wait, the game crashed! What? No, I want to continue. I want to continue. At least to phase step 2. At least to step 2. Come on, I didn't even save. No, it crashed. No. No. Well, technically I did save. Come on. Let me play. Please, I beg you. Gonna open it again. I hope it's where we ended, Sag. No, we're gonna finish that part. It's not yet even done. It won't run. Oh wait. Oh sheesh. Um. Um. You saw nothing. Continue? I could continue? Can I continue? I think I could skip. Okay. You know what? The game hates me. I clicked away so I actually didn't see it. Okay, that's fine. Fuck! No, I was so oh, you know what? I'm going. Oh wait, never mind. Eee. I could skip. Let's skip through.
Sorry.
You forgave him. You
You're
just
right.
skip through this part. Elliot, let's go. True. Decided to sip. Cheer him on.
Come on, Cove.
Cove, you can't roll down the hill. You could hurt your arm again. You be the referee for the rest of us. As it is. Okay, wait. Let me just save here. Okay. As Lizzie pointed this out, Cove froze in place. Oh, it was that kind of race. He frowned down at his cast. That was the second time it got in the way tonight. What? Yeah, you'll watch to see who goes to the bottom first. That's important. Got it?
I guess.
I guess. The cast was sturdy. If he was careful, he could have done it. Lizzie might just be looking for a reason to make someone else the referee, but it was already decided. I want to stay with Cove. I want to stay with Cove at the same time I want to race. You know what? I kind of saved, so stay with him, please. Okay.
Really?
Really? Why? You don't have to. It's okay. I want to watch. You move beside him on the top of the hill, even though Lizzie eyed you and made a face. That's not how races work. We only need one referee. Shrugging your shoulders, he refers to Budge, and Lizzie let out a huff before throwing her hands in the air. Fine. I'll be the winner, whether you join or not. Lizzie moved to lay down, and Silo did the same. Cove stood slightly to the side to get better vantage point, and you stood next to him. Countdown! Cove stood up a little straighter. It seemed like he was taking his newfound referee duty seriously. 3, 2, 1, go! Lizzie and Shiloh took off, letting gravity do the work and rolling at high speeds towards the bottom of the hill. You and Cove leaned forward to watch them go, eyes peeled for which of the two would reach the bottom first. They were both neck and neck until about halfway the hill, Lizzie started to veer off the side, giving Shiloh a huge advantage. She obviously hadn't noticed a thing, and as soon as Shiloh reached the bottom of the hill, he jumped excitedly and threw his hands in the air. I won! Almost immediately, he fell back into the grass, still dizzy from the roll down the hill. Lizzie stomped off the bush she had ended up in, sputtering angrily and brushing leaves from the front of her dress. Not bad, you just lucky. Let's do it again and see who wins for real. Kids, it's time to come in. No! You snickered, feeling grateful you hadn't been part of the mini debacle. The basil? You caught Cove's eye and saw that he was doing the same. It hadn't gotten late and was beginning to feel just a little chilly as you made your way out to the hills, but the cold in the air hadn't dampened anyone's spirits. The four of you walked back together, side by side, down your neighborhood street, discussing the evening. with each person trying to prove that they were the one who caught the most fireflies. You knew that whoever really did catch the most didn't matter much, anyways. All that mattered was that you had a good time, which, judging by smiles on everyone's faces, you did. I'm going to do the other three off cam, but let's start with "and then summer ends." Yeah. I'll never get tired of that view. You stood beside your moms, Lizzie and Cove, as the five of you watched the sun dip into the oceans somewhere far, far away. You imagined to you like to imagine it was cooling off into the air, resting inside before getting ready to shine brightly against tomorrow. That was a fun day. I didn't know they had magicians in the shopping street now. Neither did I! Oh no, we're so dull. Let's go out more. He didn't do real magic, Mom. How'd you figure out that one?
Duh.
'Cause I know. That's not what real magic looks like. Oh, Lizzie dear. There's many kinds of magic in the world. Lizzie gave Mommy a suspicious look, but didn't dispute the claim. You look over at Cove, who hasn't said a word since you started home. He didn't look upset though, just content. You're aware he still hadn't warmed up to your parents. Well, we can't sit out here all night. Time to hurry home and get cooking. Who's helping with dinner? Lizzie immediately let out a groan.
Ugh.
Mom, summer's almost over. The protest was obvious. You could practically see school on the horizon. You certainly didn't want to spend your last bits of freedom cooking dinner. You could do that any other day. You put on your best puppy dog eyes. Yes, let's go. Oh, don't look at me like that. Like what?
Please.
Soon we'll have homework and reading to do. We can't work now, too. Lizzie made her case and stomped her foot into the ground. You mimicked her, feeling that it would add something to the argument. Well...
No.
Oh, come on, Pam. Oh, her name is Pam. I can help you with dinner. Mommy leaned in for a hug, and you knew they were very close to victory.
Okay.
Alright. But as soon as dinner's ready, you lot are coming inside. Understood? Yes, Mom. Yes, Mom. Cove, dear, you're welcome to join us as well. Yeah! Cove gave a non-committal shrug to your mommy, which you took as an agreement. As much to do, so little time. Maybe I could get the seashell bracelets and tins and trinkets. Oh, or maybe the playground. Or the fireflies would probably be coming out, right? We can't go too far. Lizzie pouted at you as you pointed this out. Mom said to be back in time for dinner. It won't take that long.
I know.
Ellie, a strong gust of wind made you shiver. Lizzie huffed as she wrapped her arms around herself.
Rude.
Doesn't the wind know that summer's not yet over? That's all Lizzie said before abruptly turning her heels and heading off the direction your mother's had gone. Where are you going? I'm going to my room. I have a lot of plan if I want to make the most of tomorrow. You thought this over, looking off towards the water again. Lizzie didn't wait, and before long she was disappearing off down the road. Meanwhile, Cove was going in the opposite direction, heading off to the beach. You stayed with Cove. Cove gave you a smile that you couldn't help but return.
Cool.
He made a little gesture that you interpreted as "follow me," then started heading to the waves. Cove knelt down, picking up something you quickly identified as a smooth rock. He reared his arm back, then tossed it to the water. And fell back down almost right after he tossed it. My fantasy, I would go for this. Deciding to join Cove, you searched nearby for any rocks or shells that you could throw too. You found a shell that would suit your purposes, a smile growing as you tossed it as hard as you could. It landed with a wet sounding thunk a few feet away and slipped down into the water. When you look over at Cove, he didn't seem to notice that his throat had been more impressive. Cove has been looking down at his cast, scratching idly at the pink surface, even though you were pretty sure he couldn't feel it. His brows were furrowed, and there were a frown on his face.
It's not fair.
I had to wear this cast for ages. I can't even swim. How did you get it? I was jet skiing. Your eyes widen. Envy fills you. Sure, he broke his arm, but at least he got to go jet skiing before. He then continued to explain. I crashed. He gestured his arm to say as if, and this was the result. It's hard to believe you were allowed to jet ski.
Well,
I'm not. Oh. Cove let out a huff, plopping down into the sand. I can't believe summer's almost over. He sat down next to him and nodded in agreement. Regardless of the sudden topic change, I don't want to go to school. I mean, I would. I don't want to go to a new school. I think it would be the same school as you and Lizzie. My dad said something about that. Cool, you like it there. Everyone's super nice. Ah, thank you for the hydrate eyes. I actually need it. You'd only ever been to the one school, but you were sure that his old school couldn't have been much better. Then again, you did have to make new friends, meet new teachers. It could be kind of scary. Cove shook his head, then wrapped his good arm around his knees as he drew them to his chest. You heard a sniffling sound, and when you took a good look at his face, you realized that his eyes were wet.
I want to go home.
You never had to move before, but you thought you could understand. If you had to go to a new school all of a sudden, with all new people, you'd probably be dreading it too. Even though you sort of maybe understood, you still weren't sure how to help. Okay, I'll see you later. Cove gave his head a small shake. No, I want to go back home. Right, Cove wanted to go back to his old home. The one that sat waiting somewhere far from here. The one he would bring up whenever he felt like this sad. Wait. Sneeze. Incoming. Never mind. It had been a while since he moved in, but he didn't seem to feel any better about being here. He settled back down into the sand, trying to consider what to do. I need to save. Do you hate it here? Ko's brows furrowed even more. Then he shook his head. You felt a rush of relief fills you. You like having Cove here. It would be sad if you've been miserable the whole entire time. You're not gonna leave, right? You still be around? The question was a little surprising. Hold up. Sorry. Of course. Your parents would have mentioned if you were going to move out or something, right? After a second, Cove gave a little nod. Once I get my cast off, we could go swimming. You were fine with him changing the subject again. It'll be too cold by then. You smile, so you'd know. Please, please, I hope like I don't move out without saying to him. Cove smiled, then looking back to the waves. My dad keeps saying I'll get used to everything eventually, that I'll feel better then. It used to make me angry. I didn't want to get used to everything. He spared a glance over at Cove and saw the anger had slipped off his face in favor of something almost puzzled. But maybe that would be okay after all, as long as I really do feel better. I can't see it. I could remember a long time ago when you first started going to school, I had absolutely not been okay with the idea of being away from my parents for the most of the day. To listen to strangers tell you what to do and sit with kids you never met before. Things changing is hard. I can hold his hand. I can hold his hand. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck! Hi, Ferdy. Another hydrate. Posture check. Oh, are you doing everything? Wait, let me just. Eee! The way you say fuck is so adorable. Oh my god. Ah, okay. You're not quite sure what to say to that. So instead, you reach out to take hold of Cope's hand. The one closest to you is the one in his cast, so you made sure you were very gentle. As you watch, Cope's eyes get a little misty once more. You got the feeling that they were different tears than the one before, though. I hope next summer I'll surf and go exploring and everything will feel like it's supposed to again. You gave Cove a big smile. I hope so too! The two of you sat quietly, just taking in the sounds of the waves. Oh my god! You hope that Cove would be able to accept this place as his new home. You definitely tried to help. In what ways you could. There were so many wonderful things here Cove probably hadn't even seen yet. Lost in thought, you started being heard a faint, familiar sound. The sound of your mom shouting your name, of course. You look over your shoulder, realizing it's probably time for dinner. Time had really gone by fast. You stood and dusted the sand off yourself. My mom's calling. It's time for dinner. You should come. Cove looks up at you, expression seeming reluctant, yet ultimately, okay. When you smile, Cove returned with one of his own.
Ellie,
Thanks.
thanks.
Oh, okay, he says this. Anyways, it was nice. Where you were right then. But the two of us couldn't stay there in our own little world any longer. You were being called forward. So both of you ran off towards your house, leaving the waves somewhere behind. Whoa. 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 In between. Oh! Earrings! Yes! Acne? Oh my god, we're teenagers! Braces? I want to change my hair. I want to change to that? No. I want to change my hair. To that, yeah. Ferdy, how many hydrates are you going to freaking redeem? Oh my fucking god. Let's go for that. I can't but change that. Oh my god, I can change my eye shape. Oh, you can even change your pronouns by then. Lips thin. Thick. Thin. Thick. What's the difference? Change the scar there. Um. Thank you for the stretch, Pip. You guys also stretch. Oh my god. Let's just finish this step, then I'm going to be so happy. Should I have acne? Because, like, technically when I was high school, I didn't even had acne. Braces. I don't even have braces. Done. Oh my god! Cute! Okay, yes, crush. Oh my god. Relax. You won't be able to change it again until step 3. You know what? Sure. Wait. Let's save. What does... Fuck you. No! The hair choice I want! Where is it? Oh, that's something. Let's go for this. Nope. Very anime. And let's go for that. Let's go for this. Earrings. What kind of earrings? I'm placing all my fantasies here at this point. Thick scars on the forehead. Oh, that's the cheek. There, let's do that. Oh, I have no braces. Jesus Christ! Ferdy! What does his voice name? What does the voice sound like?
Jamie.
Oh, that's so... Hello?
Ellie.
Okay. That's so weird earrings, if I'm really being honest. Let's change it back to that one piercing. There. Let's save. Should I do nervous crush? Oh, that would be so cute. You know what? Let's do nervous crush. Let's do that. What? Where do you get that? Love has special requirements. Check the tutorial. Oh yeah, there's a tutorial. Let's do that. Yes. Oh my god, I can customize Cove. Oh, good morning. Oh, he looks good with no glasses. That chest though? Oh my god. He looks so good, true. That's his... Oh, that. None. What are necklaces you have? Well, hello there! You... Pajamas! Oh my god! Let's go for that. Yeah, that's nice. Done. What? Wait, hold up. Hold up. I want to check something. How do you go back? Cold? Oh, studios? you go back? If I say done, nothing will be. That's self-voicing.
Self-voicing disabled.
Oh, damn. Eh? A bit studious. Like that. Cove create. Wait, how do I go back? How do I go back? Enter. No. Control Alt. I want. Okay. Home. What? Oh, both. Oh, I could fix both. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay. He really looks so fine. Oh my god. None there, but this one here, yeah. That and that with that. Around here and there. Done. There you go. August ended, September began. It was time to go back to school. Lizzie groaned and complained the entire first week. She hated going to school. Still, there was interesting things that to do. Couldn't else. We weren't sure how Cove felt about it. He was enrolled that year. That was like a sign Cove would be staying in Sunset Bird for a while. At school, he was alright, but he kept his distance from other kids, from what you saw, anyways. Whenever he could, Cove stuck to you like glue. He didn't even mind that much what you didn't to pass the time, as long as it was together. Sometimes it was like things were exactly the same as you were had first met. But other times, as you get older, you couldn't ignore how the feelings had changed in meaningful ways. Ah! That year, oh, the divorce of Cove's parents was finalized. You overheard your parents talking about it, saying Cove's dad got full custody. At first, you worried that it was meant bad news. It had made Mr. Hogan cry, apparently. Then you found out it meant Cove would keep living with his dad. He would only stay with his mom a few weeks of the year. Cove cried too, for different reasons. Now that's a man, I wouldn't mind pushing me against the wall. No! Pip! It seemed like Cove and his dad might move again, but Mr. Hogan decided to stay after all. Mom asked him about it once. He had said he didn't want to uproot Cove's life a second time. Mr. Holden tried to get Cove to like Sunset Bird more. He kept encouraging his son to go out and see the place. Sometimes Mr. Holden volunteered you to spend time with Cove. He seemed very confident that it was an effective strategy. Cove never talked to anyone about what happened with his parents and withdrew whenever it was brought up. It was hard for him, yet nobody knew how to help. Eventually, Cove stopped crying on his own. You couldn't understand what had changed, but you hoped that you could help him feel better since even without the tears, he looked sad. Maybe one day he could say out loud what he felt inside. After that, it felt like things had gone back to normal, except what was normal didn't say that same. I mean, I wouldn't mind if it was you, Naph. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what? Sure, come on. Jiggy. Years passed and suddenly you were in middle school. You weren't a kid anymore. You were 13 years old. That officially made you a teen, even if your sister didn't agree. The toys and crayons that used to litter every free space in your room had been packed away somewhere, replaced by new hobbies. There were other changes too. Cove's cast got taken away. It was weird to see him without it initially. Underneath the pink plaster ended up being a long thin scar that snaked across his forearm. Cove's chest puffed out in pride when someone drew attention to it. He also went through a major growth spurt. He was the tallest student in his class for 2 years in a row. Cove probably hold a spot again next time. In class, people knew him for more than just being tall. He also stood out because of how he did on tests and other academic situations. Over the years, he began opening up more too. You saw him talking amissly with other kids in neighborhood from time to time. And the only kid that came to visit the neighborhood when you were little, Shiloh, well, he was gone. He and his mom moved back south because of her job just 1 year after Cove came to Sunset Bird. No! It has been really upsetting when he left. Liz was inconsolable for weeks, but nobody talked about Silo anymore. It was a long time ago. You learned something heartbreaking. Things became less sad the further away they were, even if they have never gotten anything any better. That was sad on its own way. Things at home were different too. You still live at the same house and all that, but it wasn't how it was before. Ma Pearl dyed my hair purple, wanting something new, and I liked it so much she kept dyeing it. You remember calling her mommy as a kid, but something like that seemed awkward nowadays. You were too much too old for the word. Liz felt mature for her nickname too. Insisted on everyone calling her Elizabeth, so you did. Your mom soon gave her permission to go places other than the playground and shopping streets, which she took advantage of. You rarely saw her around the old neighborhood. In fact, she hardly spent time with you the way she did before. Elizabeth instead associated more and more with girls from school who were her own age. Oh my god, coward. I would call her mommy. Maybe the difference between 13 and 15 were greater than the difference between 8 and 10. You started befriending new people yourself, like Derek Suarez. He didn't live in the neighborhood or go to the same school. What happened was his and Cove's dad struck a business partnership a few months ago. Since then, Derek would pop up in the area now and then, and seemed Mr. Suarez was happy to let Derek tag along on his work if Derek had the time for it. Without a doubt, everyone and everything around you had changed, in small and big ways. You had too. As went by, though, it was easy to settle into this new normal. Then you knew it, school was over, and summer vacation had come again. Damn! Damn, that room! Sheesh. It was the first day of summer vacation. The sun was hot as ever, but you were inside and away from the harsh rays. To be more specific, you were snuggling in bed, celebrating your time off by sleeping in! Yeah! It was hot, but you still had the blankets up over your head to block off the sun. You didn't want it intruding your lazy morning. Unfortunately, you hadn't prepared for an intrusion, for beneath the blanket you heard the door creak open. Oh wow, Elizabeth. You're still sleeping? Wow, get up. Oh. Go away. By being impatiently tapping on her foot, you could tell she hadn't left. Get up now. I will come over there. So much for a lazy morning. Your special boy is at the door like he always is now. Oh my god! He brought some happy summer gift from Mr. Holden. Mom wants you to take it from him, say thanks or whatever. You did not like the way she called him your special boy, but you knew by now that saying she's
Come on.
So calm down already. Okay, fine. Elizabeth said nothing else and left, having done what was instructed of her. You rolled out of bed, stretching your arms high and yawning. Time to get ready. You sat yourself in front of the mirror in the far corner of your room. Your reflection hardly ever fit the frame. You're very tall. Damn. I would say you had trouble getting your reflection to appear on the mounted mirror frame. You're very short. There was a lot of open real estate in the frame. You're pretty short. Oh my god. I would say this average height. Cove was really tall, Derek was kinda short, and you were pretty much the exact height that someone would expect from a 13-year-old. You weren't sure how to feel about it. Things kept changing with the height you actually had when the impression of the height was based on your age. It was confusing. Then you put the finishing touches on your outfit while ruminating on the situation. Careless as ever been, Elizabeth's words piqued your curiosity. You planned on going over to see what Cove was up to today, so this worked in your favor. It was when you spotted your reflection that you realized you were smiling wide. You were looking forward to seeing him. Let's go! You left your room, resting a hand on the railing as you went down the stairs. Step 2. Second chance! Ah! You spotted Mom first, reclining on the couch. She held a magazine in her hands, which was she was pursuing though. Morning, Mom. She looked up at you with a greeting, a smile instantly appearing on her face.
Thanks.
Oh, she changed! Damn! Okay! Work! Good morning, Ellie. Thank you for coming down. Ma's at the door with Cove. He can't stay over today, unfortunately. Why don't you go and thank him before he leaves? You nodded and made your way in front of the door. Just as he said, Ma was there making conversation. You must have heard you, because she looked over her shoulder.
Oh.
She looks the same! Look who finally made it. Morning, sleepyhead. Ma reached forward and you knew she was about to pat you on the head. She was taller than average, so you were little in her eyes despite being the typical size for your own age. You'd let her do it. You stood patiently and indulged your ma's wishes. She gave you 2 small taps on the crown on your head. Ah, you're the last one down today. You know that? I wasn't going to stay in longer, so you're welcome. Life isn't a race. I don't think that excuse will work if you're late for anyone else other than your mother, though. With a small laugh, Ma steps aside. Cove was just as you remember, exactly how you came to know him to be. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, that's so cute! Oh, that's so cute! Oh, you lean uncomfortable to the side of your doorway as his bushes hair covered a part of his face. His features were pinched in embarrassment and he shifted from one foot to another.
Mag-stipid ka na. Kasi ikaw kasama ko mag-beauty dito dahil patapos na kami. Maagang uwi sa atin.
Sorry. His features were pinched. Oh my god! At first glance, you figured it might be a bouquet of flowers. Then you gave it a real look. No, instead it was carefully cut fruit. It made a lot of sense that would come from Cove's dad. You had to suppress a laugh at the shower. You couldn't imagine many folks buying the sorts of things from their own personal enjoyment. The kind of arrangement was built for the presentation, likely to impress whoever was eventually going to receive it. Ah! It seemed no matter how long he lived with Mr. Holden, would keep going out of his way to be neighborly, and Cove would always be roped into participating. At the sight of... I'm slowly dying. There was some nervousness of it. Hey, he smiled back. You couldn't help thinking to when you first met Cove and how you became such good friends. Lately, though, you started to have different feelings for him. Ah! Hey, it's nice to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too. His grip on the base tightened, and your heartbeat stood up! Even if neither of you had spoken about it, two of you were aware something new is growing in your relationship! Sorry. It was already shaping to be another long summer. The best part was two of you had plenty time to spend together and explore what was developing. His awkwardness over the task started to creep back, and so Cove nudged the gift closer to you. He was ready to be relieved of it. Your hands brush over his just slightly. When you told of the base, he flinched and up. Sorry. You worried you might reacted a similar way without realizing. And with that, the gift was accepted. I hope you and your family like this. It's a pretty good gift, I think so anyways. He smiled earnestly. Dad spent a lot of time picking out the best size and design. There were so many options to choose from. Oh my god, I want to flirt. Let's go flirt. You're too cute sometimes. I'm not trying to be. Just thank my dad. That's cute. Okay, fine. Mr. Holden's behavior really was different from any neighbor I'd ever had. Though after 5 years, you were used to his antics, and you since made your mind on what your opinion was. You didn't like him? And kinda handsome to boot? My god. He was sort of funny. Sometimes it could be a good thing, and other things it could be bad things. Your thoughts were quickly interrupted by a shout. There you are! You shared a confused look at Cove. As one, both of you stepped through the open door on the neighborhood street. It didn't take long to locate the source of the noise. You spotted Derek just a few yards down the road. He ran up to you. You were displeased at the sight of him? Save. Hey. I would say happier. Derek was certainly a welcome guest in the neighborhood. It was a pleasant surprise whenever he showed up. Aw, cute. Intercepting a couple steps back, Derek hunched over to catch his breath. Then he looked up with a wide grin.
Hey.
Hey, my guys. I can't believe this bitch is 13. Excuse me? You look 18. I was just at your house, Cove, but no one was there. I'd figure out you'd be in Ellie's place. Do you ever spend time in your own house, or you're always just there? Derek laughed at his own jokes. He either didn't notice that it was that embarrassed Cove, or the embarrassment was what he actually laughing at. Derek turned to you. He was going to say more when his eyes widened and he gasped, "What's that?" He followed his gaze, unsure, then you realized what he meant. You were still holding Mr. Holden's gift. This? It's kind of like a bouquet of flowers, but made out of fruit.
Nice.
Can I have some? I haven't tried any yet. Derek pouted at your words, not hiding his disappointed. Oh. Then he nodded his head as if to clear it. Anyways, that's right. I came here because I needed to say something big. He paused, possibly for effect. There's some other kid here in Sunset Bird. Cove was as surprised as you were by the news. Such a reaction made sense. No one around your age had moved here since Cove did 5 years ago. Were they with their family? Maybe they're cutting through. Nuh-uh, the new kid was all by himself, just walking. Did you talk to him?
Nope.
Nope. I came to report the sightings right away. The kid had green hair, glasses, was pretty small, and seemed pretty upset. Did we travel back in time? You blink. Slowly, you look over to your longtime neighbor. That sounded like a lot of you, Cove, when you first got here anyways. Kinda does, doesn't it? That's weird. Hi, gamer! How are you doing? It sounded almost fun, a small smile playing on his lips. Derek snickered good naturally. I can see that really well, now that you say so. But what you say? Let's look at Cove's lookalike. We should all meet him.
Sure.
I'll do it. Sure. I want to see who this person is. Derek grinned, then he pointed down the street. I'm good, thank you. It's been a while. True. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. Everything. But yeah, I'm just here like having fun, whatnot, trying to de-stress after a very long day. Last time I saw him, the mystery of I'm just playing, by the way. How about you? How are you? I'm doing fine. Just had a really stressful day. That's why I'm now playing some sort of visual novel, and oh my god, it's so cute. Nothing else needed to be said. The three of you were off, and Derek leading the way. Derek brought you to the beach. As a trio, you made your way down the shore to the old playground. You walked the familiar path in a comfortable silence. You're almost there. You spotted the kid in question. His bright colors almost shone like a beacon beneath the rays of the sun. He scuffed around, kicking up the sand as he paced. It was true. He certainly seemed upset, but you didn't think he was sad like you had originally pictured. No. With his erratic movements and scrunch up expression, he came off angry. You became uncomfortable at the idea to talking to the stranger now. You didn't want to bother him if he was such in a bad mood. Derek didn't feel the same. He waved wildly, calling out to the boy. Hey guy, over here! Oh wow. Are you okay? The kid wiped around, an impressive scowl carving deeper into his face. His eyes were tired, but a very hostile energy still radiated from him. Grumpy.
What?
Jesus! What is it? What do you want? Sharp tone made Derek flinch. He shifted on his feet. What's your name? Jeremy. What's that it?
No.
No, I'm Derek. This is Ellie and Cove. We were just walking around and saw you. We wanted to say hi. There aren't a lot of kids our age in this neighborhood. Yeah, so you know, it's cool to see someone else here. Strangely, Jeremy grew furious by your response. If steam could erupt from a person's ear, it would happen then. They did bring me somewhere stupid, of course. I knew it. Just gonna lurk here because I'm answering my 20 assignments. Oh no! Good luck! Good luck, good luck! Ganbate! Ganbate! What?
My parents.
Don't stare at me like that! Jesus Christ! My parents, they're the one who brought me here. I didn't walk to this town. Can you figure that on your own?
Right.
Right. My dad brings me to Sunset Bird too. When he comes to work and all that stuff, it's not bad. That earned him a glare from Jeremy. Derek winced beneath it. Glancing away, it was a struggle to remain friendly when this Jeremy guy. I mean, I wouldn't want to come here for a real vacation probably either. That's an understatement. This doesn't count as a vacation. It's a waste of time. A chore. My parents' family is nearby, and we just had to come to see them. Ugh! Oh, that's so cute. If they're your parents' family, doesn't that make you your family too?
I guess.
Okay, bitch. That's a pretty good reason to come by. Did you want to go somewhere else? No! Jeremy crossed his arms with a huff. He turned away. They should have gone by themselves since they cared so much and left me home. But I'm not allowed to be myself. It makes no sense. They're the ones who doesn't know how to do anything. And I'm the kid? Sorry, it must suck being forced to do something you didn't want. Who peed in your cereal this morning? Oh, damn. Calm down. You really don't know anything. You turn to Cove, lowering your voice. The two of you aren't that similar after all. Jeremy must have had good hearing though, because you caught the private exchange and scoffed.
Stupid.
Of course we're not similar. My eyebrows aren't stupid. Cove's cheeks flustered crimson at an insult. He couldn't be sure if it was out of embarrassment or anger. Maybe both. Come on. How can you say that when you have a bowl cut? Oh, I could be a bully to him. Okay. Cove smiled weakly.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry your eyebrows are so terrible. I really hate his attitude so much. Is there no like rub the temples of your forehead? You just rolled your eyes. Oh, actually no, patted. Cove gave you a watery look in exchange of a silent support. Trying to talk to a rude boy clearly wasn't going to go anywhere. Wow, what's wrong with you? Instead of taking offense, Jeremy patrolled Derek's words in a nasally voice.
Wow, what is wrong with you?
This is dumb. Jeremy stuck out his tongue and sulked away, throwing more sand everywhere he went. You watch him go, hunch over until he became a speck in your vision. Silently rained in his wake, the three of you tried to process what just happened. Can't believe it. What a mean kid. Derek wasn't kidding. And by the sounds of this earlier's complaint, the new boy Jeremy was going to be in the area for at least a little while this summer. Derek sighed in dismay, plopping onto the ground. You follow, and Cove did too shortly after. There wasn't much else to do.
This sucks.
I was hoping we could meet someone fun. Hang out, maybe? He shook his head. After a moment, he slowly turned to you with a hopeful expression. But you know what would really improve the day? What? He didn't respond. Instead, he used his hand to point. Right at the fruit arrangement that you were still holding. I was still holding the fruit? You completely forgotten about it during the mini drama that unfolded. You have gotten used to the wait. Glancing at Cove, you notice he was eyeing the fruit. He must want some too. Why not? Let's eat. Derek perked immediately at your words. He reached for a skewer, hesitating slightly over he was inches away.
Are you sure?
You nodded. With an eager grin, he plucked out a prime row of fruits. Cove grabbed one for himself after him. Only you were without a skewer of your own. What's the difference? Strawberry. The strawberry was a bright red and beaconing you. It was an obvious first choice. Derek ate the pineapple skewer enthusiastically, finishing it within moments. This is amazing. It's not different than any normal fruit. It's kind of worse. These have been in the open with their skins off for a while. Sheesh. Hey, you two remember the Land Before Time? The fruit thing makes me think of it. The dinosaurs all like the leaves of the shape like stars. Tree stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, chomping leaves looked so delicious when they did it. And there was the scene with the pretty trees and all the dinosaurs came in and picked everything off them till there was nothing. That's us right now. Awesome. Land Before Time. Yeah, I know that. Should I worry about you? He snickered. No, I'm not gonna do it for real, but I pretended I was a long neck when I ate broccoli one time. The three of you continued like this for a few minutes. Eventually, the display was barren. It was weird. It looked weird when devoid of fruit. Eating it all hadn't really. Eat all of it?
Oops.
Really? You couldn't stop yourself from sighing at the boys. Then you wanted to eat some and just have a nice time. Now you're probably gonna get in trouble. You could only accept it though. Hey Ellie. Yeah? The two of you eyes met
So,
casually. That's pretty cool. What you said back at the guy. Oh thanks. I was just saying what I thought. Derek chimed in while in high spirits. You totally owned him. I don't know what his parents say, but it's good at least someone is around to tell him what's what. Yeah. Derek then leaned back on his arms. He contemplated the sky with content sighs. So, are you both ready for summer break? How is someone supposed to be ready for break? I mean, it feels like there's a lot to plan for. What about you, Cove? Are you ready? Yes. Before you could say anything else, the light atmosphere was shattered. Hey! Ellie! You glance over your shoulder to see your sister. She strode closer and closer, appearing none too pleased. I've been looking all over for you. Ma said you've and Cove ran off with the thing Mr. Holden brought for us. Oh, hi, Ice. Wait, let me just drink. She leered over with your arms folded. So? Where is it? It's gone. What do you mean, gone? You move over to the side to face her completely. She zeroed in on the bouquet of hands, which was now populated exclusively with skewers dripping in juice and tiny fleece of leftover fruit pieces. Her mouth dropped open and the tone of her voice rose.
What?
Seriously, Ellie? What were you thinking? It was supposed to be for all of us at home. She glanced at Cove, who sat beside you, and continued mockingly. Even if you are the most important person in the household to the delivery boy, this was up to his dad. It seemed everyone was in a mood to tease you and Cove today. Within moments, Cove's cheeks flushed red. He picked at the hem of his shirt, suddenly finding it very interesting. He always became nervous when Elizabeth would strike at your relationship. Were you hungry? Elizabeth narrows her eyes, not at all okay with that kind of response. Oh no. I think I hear that mean kid coming back. We better get out of here. Elizabeth blinked, confused, and looked around.
What?
What kid? I don't see anyone. Derek didn't bother explaining. He just launched to his feet and ran off. Cove hopped up too, gladly taking the opportunity to exit the situation. He followed after Derek, but he sent a look to you from over his shoulder. You turned to Elizabeth to watch Elizabeth, who stared back, brows raised. Honestly, I would run. Babbage! Without a word, you got to your feet and bolted down the beach. Unimpressed, Elizabeth rolled her eyes.
So immature.
Wow. She shook her head and walked towards the house, not bothering whatsoever to follow. Meanwhile, the three of you made it back to the shoreline. Derek pumped his fist, grinning in triumph. We escape and shall live to see another day! Sorry. My moms are going to be so mad when Elizabeth tells this story. Oh boy. You chuckled together, walking further down the beach side by side. You definitely wanted to stay outside a little while longer. Later that night, you found yourself seated near the kitchen counter. You have gotten a bit of scolding from your moms for not saving any of Mr. Holden's gift for Elizabeth. But you didn't get any real punishment for it. Instead, while you were out with the boys, Elizabeth returned home to share the news. The three of them went to get the dessert on their own. It was declared even by your parents when everyone got back and the event was settled. That was a while ago now. Oh wow. Your fingers drummed on the surface as you wait, your gaze trained on the phone. You were waiting on the call tonight, specifically from your cousin Leandra. You didn't want to miss it accidentally. Your uncle, aunt, and Lee used to live many hours away. Your family only saw each other a few times a year for big occasions. A while back, though, they moved and were closer to you than ever before. You now hang out regularly. With school being out, you positive she gonna want to come over a lot. The two of you were the same age and got along well. She used to be really fond of Elizabeth too. But now that your sister has become allergic to interacting with her own family, it tended to be just you and Lee spending time together. Being family helped make us close, but you had a lot of girlfriends. Ooh. Even though you weren't a girl, you befriended them pretty well. Pretty sure. What kind of gender is someone who didn't seem to make a difference on who you get made along? Then the shrill ringtone announced a incoming call. You jumped before grabbing the receiver and pressing it to your ear. Youth residents, you're greeted by a distorted high-pitched giggle.
What?
Why do you sound so weird? Mom answers the phone like that sometimes. It's supposed to be polite. That's her! Oh, she's so cute! She looks like Ariel. You should go with hi. That's what something a robot would say. There was a static on the end, and as if Lee was shifting wherever she was. So I can't believe school is actually over? I thought it'd never be done. Now we don't have to do anything of that boring stuff, and we get to hang out whenever we want. Speaking of hanging out, Lee, can you wait a second? Let me head to my room.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. You got up to your seat at the counter. Luckily, the phone was wireless. Ooh, wireless phones! So you didn't have to worry about any cords tying you down. Your mom's had a rule about not moving the phone unless a call was in progress, which is why you had been sat by its cradle waiting for Lee to call. I mean, it made sense because like you're gonna be lost because it's wireless, so it was nice to keep everything in its proper place. But now that Lee had called, it's okay for you to go upstairs to your bedroom and talk to her. You made your way to the stairs, smiling. Oh wow. After you have arrived, you shut the bedroom door firmly behind you. You took a seat on your bed. Alright, I'm here.
Cool.
Cool. Hey, did you know the girl down the street from me has her own phone now? A cell phone. She doesn't have to wait for someone else to stop using it or anything. Wow, really? The thought of someone having a phone that was all their own seemed unbelievable to you. Right? I wish I have one too. But my parents said I couldn't get my own phone until I'm more grown up. I wish they had changed their mind. We could call each other every single day and no one would be able to stop us. How great would that be? Really great. We could even stay up late talking about whatever we want. Oh my god, yes! Lee sighed thoughtfully into the receiver. At least they said I could have it someday. I can't wait. She sighed dramatically. I bet I'm not going to get one until I'm way into college. Oh, wow! That's so far. Squeezing the phone between your shoulder and ear, you puff up at your pillows and made yourself more comfy. It was strange to think at the time where normal school would be over and you had to choose whether or not to go to college. School was a big part of your life right now. Everything in your class came easy to you. Work hard for your extra grades. My grades even are not that good. You didn't bother. Oh, you never tried much, but you still do. I want something that's at least okay. I don't think it's this. But yeah, like, sure that. You soak up information as naturally as a sponge absorbs water. You had to worry about school being hard for you. You hope to do just as well this year, but it wouldn't be a big deal if they drop some. You had no plans to getting excellent scores. Mm. It wasn't just something that all important to you. Yeah. You tried to sound engaged, but your mind had decided to go back to school despite the season. Lee knew you too well to be fooled. You sound so spacey. What's up? Just thinking about school. Lee groaned. Are you thinking about how we don't have to think about it because it's summer? That's what I'm doing. Let's make a petition for more. Yeah. Yeah, everyone in class would sign up. Maybe some teachers too. Though I guess school isn't all the way bad. You can do some good things there. You can just do more when school's out. Gym is pretty well. Learning new things can be cool. I just wish everyone did know how to how they thought the things, not just some people.
Me too.
If I didn't go to school, I never met anybody new. No one really comes here. Uh huh. But that was all. Pretty much all about good school. Okay, point taken. Okay, I decree the topic of school is officially closed. We have to talk about this summer first, then we start plotting the rest of our lives. I've got some plans already. Like, I'm gonna visit my cousins. What's something you wanna do? The first thing that comes to your head. First thing comes to your head, I wanna like make. Is there no games? Like gaming? There's no gaming? I wanna do gaming. That's supposed to be there. None? Great. Sure. Art supplies. I can't wait to try them out. I can't wait to see what you make. You lean back in your bed, settling in as you continue chatting with your friend. Even though it hadn't been that long since you saw her, you've been seeing her soon. You found plenty of time to talk about. For one, the event of the day. You sat up straighter. I was with Cove and Derek today, and we met a new kid. Like, at your neighborhood? Mm-hmm. His parents are visiting family, so it sounds like he'll be around for a little while. I don't know how long. What was he like? Mean. Kept snapping when all we were all trying to do was talk to him. He just kept being rude to everyone. But especially Cove. It was awful. I don't think I want to meet him. Sorry. You want a boy to stay away, but even meeting him? That's unexpected twist. Your cousin was pretty popular with the boys who knew her. She seemed happy enough to have them around until they start to annoy her. Hey, who are you to talk? Wait, sorry, I need to charge. Wait. Okay, wait. Let me just charge something real quick. There you go. Hey, who are you? You give practically all your attention to boys. Or maybe just one boy. I see how much you like Cove. You got me. Lee laughed at your affirmation, deeply amused. You shut your eyes tightly, feeling embarrassed about your reaction. Oh my god! There was a stomping noise approaching your room, heralding the arrival of your irritated older sister. She flung the door open and a frown etched at her face.
Come on.
How long are you gonna hog the phone? Glancing at your watch, you realize that your quick call has gone on much longer than anticipated. Elizabeth held out her hand, the other one lodged on her hip. She noticed the realization on your face. Time's up. With a sigh, you gotta say goodbyes to Lee. Lee, I have to go now.
Bye.
Okay, tell you soon. Tell Elizabeth and your moms I said hi too. You barely pressed the end call button when Elizabeth whisked your handset from your hands and began dialing someone new as she strode out of her room. Your mom voice called from downstairs. Hey, has anyone seen the phone? I'm using it! With that, she shut your door behind you. Silence was left in the wake. That was one way to end your first day of summer break. Sometime later, it has gotten dark outside and you lay in your bed wide awake. Your window rattled all of a sudden, startling you badly. You flinched, starting over at it with furrowed brows. From a vantage point, you saw only the moon and the open sky. You were curious. What caused that noise? Cocking your head, you sat up and moved closer to your window. You wanted to get to the bottom of this. You utter your shock. Your gaze has met a pair of familiar ocean blue eyes. Cove? You squinted. Yeah, Cove was right outside your window. Your house was very angular, and some parts stuck out further than others, so theoretically wouldn't be hard to climb around on. Still, just because someone didn't mean you expected it to be ever happen. Oh my god. Cove looked awkwardly and unstable. His feet was braced against a section on the wall and just jutted out, his arm flexing with effort to keep him upright. With difficulty, he waved. Then he wobbled, immediately dropping his hands in alarm. He hurried open the door. Cove scrambled inside, nearly falling flat on his back. But he was able to. Oh my god! Fuck! No! No! Oh no! It crashed. Okay. I guess that's a meaning for me to end homophobia. Should I open it again just for that scene? I was I was feeling it. I was so happy. You know what? You know what? I'm opening it again. Oh, no one is seeing that. You have no. I'm opening just to see that scene. Please. I want it. I love it. I didn't save until there. Okay, I need to skip. This will be quick.
So immature.
I remember most of the choices that I had.
What? Oh yeah. Cool.
Okay, wait. Okay. What did I choose here? Oh, wait, that's one.
What's up?
That. Then we did this.
Me too.
Then we did this. Then that.
All right.
Then this. Then that.
Mm,
This.
Come on.
Then that.
fine.
Then this. Okay. Hi. Oh my god. He's here. He's here. He's here. Hi. Oh my god. Sorry. Amazing. My dreams have come true. What's up, Romeo? Okay, amazing. That, Ellie, I need to talk to you and I couldn't wait until tomorrow. If I rang the doorbell, I know your moms would answer and they would just make me go home. I didn't really want to explain why I was coming over anyways. I didn't want to talk about it. Well, besides with you, I mean, but that's why I did that. As unexpected as that was, you were touched. Cove felt like he could tell you what was wrong. I never tried calling or something, except my dad was on the phone. Cove suddenly looked very cross. Dad, he was still talking to my mom. Still is, probably. Ooh! You raise your eyebrows. Cove had eavesdrop on his parents' phone conversation? I wouldn't comment anything. There were other things to talk about. Are you going to stay with your mom for a while again? Every year, Cove was sent off to live with his mom for a few weeks. When it happened, varied. Sometimes he would go during winter break, but usually he went during summer. Even though it was hard news when you found out he was leaving and you missed seeing him those weeks, you understood. To your surprise, however, he shook his head. That's what I thought too, but no, that's not what they were saying. My dad asked my mom not to have him leave this year. He said she could come and stay with us. Huh? You waited for him to continue. He didn't. The conversation abruptly dropped off. Couldn't help but stare at Cove. There was a complicated mix of expression on his face. Did she say she wanted to? She told him she'd come. I know she's coming soon before school starts. Oh. She had heard Cove talk about his mom a lot over the years. He'd tell you about past memories or what happened when she was visiting her. Still, it was. Oh, wait, let me just save real quick. Very soon, you'll be going to see Cove's mom in person. You were taken aback by the news, so you could only imagine how Cove felt. You looked at him. He was pacing across your room, his featured pain and dread. Before, they barely stayed in the same room long enough to have lunch. Now we're going be all together again, the three of us. After all this time, just a few weeks. I know I should probably be happy they can talk to each other now. I'm still not. I'm just confused and freaked out, and now I feel really bad for feeling this way.
Ellie.
It's so. His fist tightened and his eyes became misty. I shouldn't keep getting like this. It's been a long time already, and I'm not a little kid. Though he wouldn't meet your eyes, he knew he was waiting for you to say something. Oh my god, it's something's happening and I'm scared. I don't know what to choose. The tense lines of the coast showed ease. Things that made me feel a bit better. Like I'm not freaking out or not a reason. The momentary silence fell over the two of you. You marveled at how the day started. You had awoken eager to summer vacation, but now things seem so crazy. The mini debase debacle with Mr. Golden's gift, the newest addition to the neighborhood being so rude, and as if it wasn't enough, now Cove's mom would be living with Cove and his dad again. Your whole life was kind of that. It seemed complicated and hard and different. Why couldn't things just get better with time? Ellie? The sound of your name, said quietly, pulled you out of your thoughts. Cove gazed at you, concerned.
Are you okay?
I'm not. If you're gonna use that voice again, I'm not. I'm okay. You knew some things were still good. Cove grins reassuringly. It was small and delicate, but you knew it was genuine. Moonlight from outside cast shadows across his face and lit up his face. They seemed to sparkle with a smile. Just that one look brightened your mood somewhat. Oh, you know, I think I don't want to talk about more about this. He looked away, his lips thinning into a line, and rubbed at his arms. But I don't want to go back home either. Can I stay a little longer, just doing something else? He appeared equal parts hopeful and vulnerable. How could you possibly turn him away? Smile shyly. Your voice as tentative as it is, but you meant what you said. Cove perked at your response, a smile appearing on his face. He immediately took a seat on your bed, not afraid to get comfortable in your room. You feel a little better at the sight somehow. You were still had lots of worries, but you were glad he was here. And not just tonight. You were glad he came into your life in the first place. That was a change you would never want to undo. It felt totally natural to let him into your little world. That little friendship had differed so much over these past years, and you were certain there was room to get even closer. Oh, you joined Cove on your bed, taking a seat across from him. He smiled at you again, but you could tell this time it was half hearted. He was still easy to read. Though he didn't want to talk about his mom and dad, he must be thinking about what happened and what was going to happen. You took his hand into yours. You reach out and gently held his hand. It wasn't much, but you hoped the contact helped a little. Cove blinked, startled, but his expression softened into something more natural. Conversation was stilled and broken, often by silence at first. Then both of us were able to get into our usual candor. As your secrets hangout session stretched on, you thought that you truly wanted to keep having moments like this with him. You hope a day would never come when life decided that the two of you would have to part ways, and you know Cove felt the same. Groaning and just with a loud yawn, you rolled away from the sunlight and blinked a couple times, clearing from your eyes from yourself. Couldn't remember even falling asleep. Cove had crept through your window during the night, and two of you spent together trying not to wake up your parents. You must have fallen asleep while you were hanging out, but couldn't put a finger exactly when. You wonder how late Cove had stayed before heading home. You rub your face and have yawned again, contemplating whether you should get out of bed and get ready for the day, or stay in, snuggle for a little longer, until your gaze landed on an instantly recognizable mop of pale green hair and bolted Rob upright and gasped in surprise. He never left. He was still there. In the morning. You jump out of bed. Your feet hit the floor faster than speed of light, though Cove remained asleep. He had fallen asleep while sitting on the ground and precariously leaning his head on the side of a mattress. It was lucky you leap has it, but he was certainly going to stay like this. You knew you had to wake him up before your parents or Elizabeth walks into your room. With that in mind, you also had to get him out of there quietly. Will a whisper even like wake him up? Shook a shoulder. Although I will save that and just I'm so tempted to do the whisper, but shoot. After giving him a firm shake on the shoulders, Cove's eyes flew open when he woke from start. He scrambled out of the way as he abruptly jumped onto his feet before losing his balance and falling back down. He recovered just as he quickly and faced you indignantly. Okay. At least I saved. An error happened, so that means we're ending the night there. Why is it like this? There's been like 3 crashes today, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. It really means a lot to me. Wait, let me just like reload my docs again because apparently it doesn't. Where is it? View chat. There you go. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. It's been so good. I'm so happy with the freaking game. It's so good. The game is so good. But yeah. Sorry, my voice is slowly dying. So and I need to do something right after. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. This has been G-night. Good night, good night, good night. But before that, I want to raid someone real quick. And I'm tempted to go for Snee. Oh, she's doing the English version? She's at level 7. Oh, wow. Sorry. I was like looking at how. Damn. But who can we raid? As if like someone is playing anything anyways. I only have like high viewer count. Pain. It's either Fanta or Snee. Oh, let's go for Fanta. What happened to my... Would my Chrome like to participate? Or I could just do the slash raid thing, right? I hope I'm spelling his name right. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. I am going to take a break from speaking for a while because my throat is dying. So yeah. Good night. Just say hi for me. But yeah. Bye bye bye. Take care and stay healthy. Yeah, also you stay healthy. I hope you're safe there. But yeah. Bye.